Okay, guys, we are live now. I am jumping on here, guys. I appreciate you guys all coming to the chat. I see a whole bunch of people in the chat now. I appreciate everyone coming. Our special guest, Everything Fish, is just joining here. So we're gonna wait for a little bit, kind of do a little bit of intro, and I see he's on there. I'm gonna give him a second just to kind of readjust his microphone and whatever. But I appreciate everyone for coming by. If you guys like this kind of things of different kinds of guests coming on, definitely let me know because I like bringing on other people. It's kind of fun to interact with something, and especially another young fish keeper. It's kind of fun to talk about another young fish keeper and what they kind of do. But I appreciate everyone for coming on here. I appreciate for everyone for hitting the like button. But I'm going to bring in my guest now, and our guest here is Everything Fish. Oh, no audio. Okay. We got no audio on his part. I'm going to give him a second to his audio. But I appreciate just for everyone coming on. We're going to let Everything Fish kind of readjust what he's going on. But it's been kind of crazy. Yesterday, I had no school, so I had the whole day off. It was a lot of fun. I worked on all my fish tanks, which was pretty fun. Upstairs, I worked on all my fish tanks, like my breeding betas. I worked on my 55-gallon tank. I kind of readjusted the decoration that was inside the tank just to give it a different kind of look. Hopefully everything's working on my part here. But that's kind of what I was doing, is working on that. It's kind of fun to change your decoration in your tank because then you get a new perspective of what you have in your tank, which is always fun. And then also I cleaned up my planted tank upstairs, all that kind of stuff. It was super fun. And then I just worked on all that. So it was super fun just to work with. I hear an echo come back. That's lovely. Hopefully you guys can't pick that up. It's a studio microphone, so you can't probably hear all the way in the back. But yeah, that's what I kind of worked on. I topped off all my water. I still got to work on my saltwater tank. That takes a pain in the butt. But Everything Fish gave me a cool idea for a saltwater fish. Like, crazy cool. Oh, he just dropped his phone. Well, that was funny. But yes, and then the talk. Today, well, actually yesterday, I worked on, if you see, there's a little different of tank-wise. It's a little different. I'm going to kind of show you guys what I did while Everything Fish gets everything going. But yesterday, what I did is, you can see on this is my second camera. But we can see this tank right here. I redid it. What I did is I had this old tank, and that's right over there actually. But I had this old wooden trimmed tank, and it didn't have a painted background or any sort of background, so I didn't really like it. So what I did here is I switched it with a black rim and a black background. So I had all these plants in there. I'm gonna get a closer up look in a second here, but I had all these plants in there, so I decked it all out pretty much. And now this is a planted tank as well now, so it's kind of cool. Just all Java ferns. They're all really simple. But I'm gonna finish up this quick, and then we're bringing Everything Fish for a second. But that's what I kind of did. As I did all that, I got all my trimmed all done, and it's super nice. And now it's all black and matches and everything. I had my 55-gallon. I switched them around. If I just go ahead and move this camera right here, if you see, there's no 55-gallon over here now. I switched the 55 gallons to this side because this 55-gallon that was on this side here was not very good. It was had no center brace or anything, so I didn't really like it that much. So I switched it out, and this is a black rimmed tank. So I have 3 filters running on this. I have a 55-gallon hang on back, a 30-gallon hang on back, and a 120-gallon canister running on a 55-gallon tank. It's kind of funny. But I escaped that all out. I'll get a closer up view with my second camera in a second here. But then that's kind of what I did. And now I have this 55-gallon spot open where I need to get another 55-gallon to make it kind of look all nice. But now all my tanks have backgrounds except my 125 behind me. The 125 right back there does not have a background, which kind of sucks, but you can't really tell. But that's kind of what I did. It was super fun. But I see Everything Fish. Looks like he's all ready, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in Everything Fish here. What's going on, Everything Fish?
Hey, Caleb. Can you hear me good?
Okay, no audio.
No audio. Are you kidding?
Uh-oh. Audio struggles. But yes, once he gets this Uh,
Can you hear
no
me?
audio. Well, that's yeah. I'm telling you.
Anybody can hear?
Oh, geez, that's a disaster. Okay, I kind of switched through all the cameras on accident, but I'm gonna let him kind of figure out. I don't know, the audio is not working for him. You know, it's technical difficulties here. Always technicals, but I can hear. Oh, you can hear him, kind of. Maybe he needs to turn up his volume on the side of his phone. Maybe that's what he needs to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just gonna go give you a closer up view. Okay, there we go. So you can see the second camera there. It's just one of my old phones. But you can see this is my new scape in that tank. Whoops, did that wrong. This is my scape inside that tank. There you go. This is my scape. You can see. I need to probably move it up a little bit, don't I? But there you go. So you can see I have some those rocks in there. So those were all fake rocks. Those are all fake rocks. I had some of those decorations, just something simple. There's no real plants in there. So they're really simple. I mean, I didn't really do anything. I see people say they can hear us, so I'm going to give them a second. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. Just something simple, how it is. But this is my guppy tank now. And that's what my guppy tanks looks like. It has those kind of rocks like this. Those rocks on there. You can see these are my panda guppies. Just some simple guppies. This is kind of cool rock here. I can just see some simple, and then I have some simple Java ferns in there. Something super simple. Some snails in there. Something super simple. I like how it turned out. Just something simple. But I'm going to try Everything Fish again to see if he is ready. Okay, do we have audio?
Can you hear me?
No audio now. Maybe not from. Oh my gosh. Such a dingbat, ain't I?
So if people
We have audio from Everything Fish. Everything Fish. I know we have audio from you, but I have a microphone plugged into my thing. So if you give me 1 second, I gotta switch my microphone situation back, and you can take the spot here.
All right, I'll take it. So I hope you all can hear me. There's a few things I wanted to mention. So I saw a couple things actually. The first thing was someone asked a question. Good, everybody can hear me. Matthew Crone Fishing, welcome to the chat. The brand, obviously. Young Fish Aquatics, Young Freshwater Adventure, I meant. You guys are awesome for stopping by. Susan from SLC Aquatics, thank you so much for stopping by. And I think it was Young Fish Aquatics. They asked if I would do a Oscar planted tank. So as you can see behind me, oops, wrong way, is my Oscar tank. So in it, I just have some driftwood and fake plants. So so the reason I wouldn't do live plants. Now live plants would look awesome in a tank, especially that they're native to areas where plants just are native to the area, you know. And I think the main reason why I don't do live plants is because first of all, I meant these fish right here are breeding. So they're going to be constantly digging around that area and digging up the fake plants. Now, even if I were to put them in the pot, they would dig in the dirt and rip up the plants. So most likely Oscars would not eat the plants. They'll eat a little bit because actually Oscars are not 100% carnivores. They do eat a little bit of plants. So I found it really important that you feed a plant, which was something, but that's another topic. But they'll rip up and out the plants, and then the plants would die. So that's why I do not have live plants in here. I know, Oscars are reckless, Young Fish Aquatics. They will rip up anything. I actually got bit by them a few weeks ago and had like a cut right in here, like a big cut. They'll rip up plants. But if I were to do plants with any fish, it'll probably be angelfish, neon tetras, pea puffers, like the Brian has a beautiful pea puffer tank. Young Fish Aquatics, what about your 75 for plants? Oh, well, in that tank I have, in my 75, which I'll get to in a little bit, in that 75 I have So a lot, if you guys don't know, I'll show you all in a little bit. I'm just doing this because a lot of people in here are from my stream too. Yeah, so in that tank, I have a lot of, I have Oscars and I have the Paraslopia Poleni. Oh, Caleb's Aquatics is back.
Can you hear
Hold
me
on
now?
one second. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm such a dingling. I had my microphone plugged in, but it has one of these like jacks. So when I plug my Rode thing in, it takes the volume out of what you say. So I'm like, I had to plug in a USB microphone. It's always good to have extra ones. But yeah, go back to what you're talking about there.
So I just want to finish this real quick because so in that tank I have my Oscar, my rescue Oscar, which I'm not too worried about ripping up plants because he doesn't dig. But then I have my bleaker eye. So depending on what fish I get, whether it's bichir or severums, I could be able to do live plants. Although I have other tanks that would rather do live plants first before that 75. Maybe even not my stingray tank, but I was thinking maybe even my glowfish tank, do a live plant in there. Because I saw this live plant that actually like glows under the purple light, which looked really cool, and I'd love to just do one of those. So Matthew Crone Fishing Logging, oh no, he changed the name. Matthew Crone Fishing and Fish Keeping. I know some kid who has a 125 with 2 Oscars is overstocked. I don't think it's overstocked. The 125 is perfect, right, Caleb?
I think it's 75. I mean, it's a 125 is perfect for 2. Like,
yeah,
I think it's perfect.
4 in here in this tank, and I never have ammonia problems. I could probably go a month, although I never would do it, but I could go a month without seeing a speck of ammonia in this tank. I don't overfeed them and I don't underfeed them, so I'm feeding them a perfect amount, and like it's perfect. All right, Caleb. So
yeah,
if you want to take away makeup for
yeah, I mean, I was such a dingling because you did everything right. It was me. See, I have this studio microphone here, and it's just like one time it just stopped working for me, so I just put it in the drawer, and I probably should reset it up, but just don't have time for that. But okay, so we asked a couple questions that we have to go back. Okay.
I read the one about the Young Fish Aquatics X about live plants in an Oscar tank, and I
was gonna say I saw that. I was gonna say that was a good question, dude. But yeah, so we have a couple questions that we're gonna go throw back and forth, and we're probably gonna be going for maybe 2 hours or something like that. Just kind of we have until 3 o'clock Central Time and 4 o'clock Eastern Time. For Everthing Fish, it's 4 o'clock for him. But so we kind of have that. So we have a little bit to go. We have about I don't know 3 or 4 hours until open. So in the stream kind of time we get tired or whatever we do. But so we have a couple questions we're gonna throw back and forth at each other, stuff like that.
Yeah, fish room fever. Caleb's always breaking things.
I know. See, I try to get these cool things that look cool. They just pain in the butt, so I just don't use them. Like pain in the butt. See, I went from this microphone here I went okay, the camera's over here. I went from this microphone here that I'm using right now to like the studio boom arm microphone that just putted out at me. And then I was using like my mobile microphone when I use like vlogging or any sort of videos, and I liked it, but you can't hear audio come out of the computer, so it's just not good.
Caleb, while we're in talking about live plants and fake plants, one of my questions, this is actually a very good question I get a lot. It's live plants versus fake plants. So Caleb, what do you think?
Boy, live plants versus fake plants. Right now, I'm kind of in that obsession with live plants. I just started my first live plant tank, and I'm just like obsessed of how natural, how pretty you can get. But at the same spot, you can be so crazy with fake plants itself. So live plants versus fake plants. If you can do live plants with the fish you want to keep or the fish you have in your tank, do live plants. But the thing is they get pretty spendy. I'll say that. I mean, in this guppy tank right here that I showed you guys earlier, I have about $100 worth of plants, and I have like 7 like stems or whatever kind of plants. But live plants, I really like it. They're like filtration. They're super pretty, like greens. Just you don't get that in fake plants, really. Oxygen too. Fake plants. I've done fake plants for almost my whole fish keeping career until I got these live plants.
So
I'm
tell
just
you what
obsessed.
So yeah, live plants, in my opinion. Wait, are you talking?
What's going on here?
All right, you can hear. Okay, good. I know. I'm looking at my laptop and it's on a little bit of a delay. Okay. I'm in my tablet, whatever. So I think live plants are beautiful. Like I said, but they're expensive first of all, and fake plants. I can't explain it. Just the way that they move, like live plants in the water. That's like one of my favorite things. The way they the way they weigh. I can't even explain it. The way they move in the pump and the filter of the tank, it just looks really natural too. And like Caleb said, I don't need to restate anything because he really he summed it up perfectly. Yeah.
See these guys? This is my house. See this? We were messing around with that yesterday. This is green screen. And I'm like, this would be funny. I gotta do that again later in the stream.
We're such losers, Caleb. We spent our nighttime playing with the green screen.
Yeah, like anything green that like shows up, it like turns it. But yeah, I want to show you guys. If you guys are looking for any merch, all my stuff, everything, is in the link in the description. Everything Fish. If you're not over there, go subscribe to Everything Fish. Go check that out in the first link in the description. But if you want some Caleb's Aquatics merch, I have some of that. This is the one I got from Aquashella with all those autographs on there. I mean, I have like 100 autographs on that thing.
Can you is it possible that you could take the autographs and take a picture of, like, I don't know how you could get that onto the shirt? That would be a cool shirt. You know?
Either like copy it or like something.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool though.
Okay, we have a question from Scott Baker here. Fisherman Fever, how is your dirt deep sand doing?
Dirt deep sand.
Oh, that's Fish Room Fever. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, I'm a loser. This is what we do. I'm crazy here. They're talking about Fish Room Fever. I thought they were talking about Everything Fish. They're so similar. Like when you do the thing. I mean, F looks like an E on this thing. I mean, how small it looks. Oh boy, I'm crazy. But back to that live plants thing. I definitely suggest live plants if you could do them. I mean, I know they're a little expendy. But I definitely like them. I mean, awesome. They're awesome for my angelfish breeding tank. They do perfect in there. All the eggs and stuff lay in there. So I mean, they're perfect in there. And I super like them. I mean, I like live plants. I mean, if you could do live plants for sure. If not, I mean, fake plants. You know, it depends. If you have an Oscar in your tank, you obviously have to do fake plants. Unless there's some Oscars that can like don't get them. You have to like trial and error. Okay, like trial and error with them.
So while we're on again plants, hold on. What is your favorite plant?
Java anything, because that's the only thing I know how to take care of.
Yeah, so I'm really big fan of Java fern. I love that plant. But if we were going to do something that you cannot kill, well, you could kill it, but like you have to put bleach in the tank. If you're looking for something that has oxygen, looks fairly good too. Like it's kind of like these plants. So hold on. Let's go this way. So see these tall plants right here? That's basically like a it's kind of like it's representing hornwort or hornwalt. How do you say it? Something along the lines of that. So yeah, that is one of my favorite plants. It's got so many benefits to it, and it's so easy to keep. And you can throw it in your pond, which I'm going to be doing ponds this year. And it's just amazing how simple that is to take care of and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what we got going now. I mean, live plants are super cool, though. I mean, I like them. I mean, I like the things, and I got some future plans to come, guys. I was talking to you last night about my 125, maybe opening up that and doing something pretty cool in there, and something for my saltwater tank that you guys have to stay tuned to see. But
Caleb, you do some research on that saltwater thing?
I did. Oh, geez, that was an echo. Whoops. Yes,
I might be getting one too, Caleb. Maybe me and you should wait and get it at the exact same time.
That would be all. I would have to order it in though, because I don't have any place. I gotta make sure I can order it in though. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we'll be like the first kids and like YouTubers to have.
No, there's someone that I know already.
You know somebody? How old?
19 or 20.
Oh, so
He's on YouTube, a big name channel. like in the like 300, 400 Ks.
Oh, it is. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he has one, but he had a crazy cool story getting that. But yeah, so
Oh
everything
yeah,
in the
he's
link in the
running on the
description, guys.
planet at
My merch, my
857.
Facebook, my Instagram, everything. Check that out. You can check out Jake Aquatics. Huge supporter. I always like to put his link in my description because he's the main person that really got me to do YouTube, to actually do them. I mean, I started about YouTube about 4 months, 5, maybe 6 months ago, and that's what he really got me going into it. I wasn't going to, but then he helped me through what to do. So I appreciate him. So that's why I always put it in my description. So check that out as well. But we have a whole bunch of questions to go through. It's kind of fun just to interact with, especially two young fish keepers. It's different if you're like with older ones that know how to do it. I mean, I don't know nearly as much as most people do because they've been keeping fish for 10 years. I've been keeping fish since I was 8, and I'm 13 now. So
I've
I've
been keeping fish for
been
about
about
7 years.
5 or 6. I mean, technically, I've had fish my whole life. Like my
Yeah.
mom and dad has always had like fish tank. I don't remember one time I haven't, because that's what one time I had this goldfish, like I don't know, like a 3 gallon or something, and he lived in there for like 4 years. Is it the right thing to do? No. Did I know the difference when I was like 2 years old? No. So that's the thing, that's what everyone starts out with. They start out with a goldfish in a bowl. I mean, that's just a simple way to put it. That's what everyone starts out with. I mean, usually somehow or another you start with that. Maybe then you get a 10 gallon or something. That's what I did. I went through there, and then I just started growing my 10 gallon to a 55, and then just now to this now.
I have a couple questions I saw. So Freshwater Adventures X tank with a live plant doesn't need oxygen. So I'm assuming if I were to do a live plant, I would definitely recommend a live plant to tank. I recommend having an air pump in there. The only reason for that is because it keeps the plants moving, and sometimes there's these little pests that like settle on them. But if you have a bubble maker going on the leaves, it also helps like stiffen them up a little bit and get them ready. But just make sure that you're not overdoing it, just a little bit. And also a little bits of CO2 in there can help. Make sure you're adding in those tablets. That really helps if you're having something harder.
Is your phone volume all the way up like on the side button?
No, it's not.
Maybe turn it up a little bit more though. And if anything was too loud, they can always turn their volume down on whatever they are. But my iPhone 11 cases are not out yet. The Teespring that I go through, they don't have it out yet. So I don't know. I gotta double check. I emailed them. They haven't got back to me, so I'm gonna double check.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's what we kind of got going. But there was a couple questions that I kind of wanted to go through.
Yeah, I got one for me too. I'll answer that after you're done because I'm doing something right now.
Whoops, Chad jumped on me. You guys have plenty of energy and enthusiasm. This is great to see. Sweet. Okay. William Jansen. If you're not afraid to search or ask people, others, help, tips, aid, knowledge, and then use also the past to become a great fish keeper. Awesome. It's awesome just to ask people too. Live plants. No need CO2, oxygen. I mean, and don't ask me about plants, but I just run filtration on my plants anyways. I know like LRB runs just plants in his tank and like a couple sponge filters. But I see Oddball in here. What's up, Oddball? How's it going? I appreciate Oddball I call her all the time on Instagram, and she always answers because she always knows it's a plant question. But okay, Oddball's in here. I'm gonna let you take over the thing. I'm gonna move my second camera to my tank to show Oddball what I did.
All right. What's going on? Okay. So I wanted to also mention someone asked if you could keep a flagtail, with Oscars. I think, you were talking about flagtail barb, like the big flagtail. I can't say the last name, like the second part of the name. Anyway, yes, you can definitely add flagtails in with Oscars. I'm almost guaranteed. But the only problem is when you do that, flagtails are always fast moving and they poop a lot, so there is going to cause a huge bio load in a tank like that. Now it depends on what size you have. I would recommend a little bit bigger than 150, just because those fish get big. They could get over this big. Oh, wrong way. They could get over a foot long. They could get huge. Yeah, flagtails are cool. The reason they're called flagtails is because look at their tails. They look like a flag. It's like awesome colors. And Derek Rattle asks, "Yo, everything fish. Do you have guppies?" No, but I'm getting yeah. So I'm going to be getting guppies pretty soon, probably in my 65 angelfish tank. I don't think they'll bother them. They're still angelfish are still babies, but I want to make that a community small tank. I'll bring you over there in a little bit. So I think Blake's is on the album too much. So Caleb's coming back, and so there's one more question for me. Oh no, there's one more thing. It said Freshwater Adventure said, hold on, who was it? That they need CO2, not oxygen, the plants. So yes, CO2 is what plants breathe. Oxygen is what they let off. So when you put CO2 in the tank, the little tiny bits of oxygen is released into microscopic bubbles in which the fish can take through their gills, obviously, and breathe. So yeah, this is something now a lot of like the experienced fish keepers are going to realize this, but a lot of the newer ones, or maybe like people that don't really know, they think that fish breathe water. Now, no, fish actually, right, Caleb? You know what I'm saying? Fish breathe oxygen. All right, guys. That is something that people always mistake. You can't just put a fish in a fish tank with no bubbles or any filtration. You need to make sure that you have some sort of movement on top of the water.
But it's different if you have a beta though. Beta.
Oh no, yeah.
Betas have off the top of the water. They don't require it, but it's always good just to have water movement in the tank to stop the foaming and stuff without stuff like that.
Betas breathe through the top of the water, and they'll take it in. It's really cool if you guys have a beta. Just pay attention to when they're up on top. They'll open their mouth for a second right at the top of the water. Now if you see your fish doing that, when you have bigger fish, or even like smaller fish, and you have angelfish, Oscars doing it, you gotta fix that up, add some bubble makers in there. And another thing is, a lot of people think when bubbles are going up into the top of the fish tank, the fish are not breathing the bubbles that are going up. The fish are breathing the bubbles after they pop. So they're actually breathing those microscopic bubbles that you can't see. So if you guys have like a little tiny bubble maker in there, anything will help. So it's like, even if you can't see it, I'm trying to like say, if you can't see it, there's some sort of bubbles in there that you can see. So let's look at Caleb's tank.
I'm gonna go full
like that.
green on this. Whoops, on this. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Oh geez, there's that goes. I'm gonna remove that, but I need to mute this microphone. I forgot to mute it. But this is what it looks like here. Oh geez, there it is. So Oddball was going to help me with this, but this is my skate. Just those simple rocks like this. Just some simple things. And then just Java ferns on the back. And Oddball taught me you don't want to put Java fern in the rocks. I didn't know that. I just stuck them between like rocks to like make sure they don't come out, because you don't want to actually put them in the rocks. Don't ask me why. She told me that. But this is the kind of one I have going. I have a cool I don't know what kind of rock that is. So this is just like river rock. You can see some of my snails on there, and these are just my guppies. And then I have my 2 albino longfin plecos, and then I have my brown longfin pleco as well. So those guys are in there. But everything's doing good. I set that up last night. Everything's going, and now I just got to get more plants. I got to get more plants, and because here, if I can show you, I don't want to show you guys this quick. My 29-gallon tank, on those leaves, I don't know what kind of plant that is. There's eggs all over them. I don't want to scare them too much, but there's eggs all over those plants, which is pretty cool.
What type of angelfish are those? Koi?
Koi, yeah.
Nice. I have one koi, I think, in my angelfish tank. Yeah. Koi are really cool angelfish. I'm looking at the eggs. Cool. Yeah, I wish my angelfish would breed. I know they're still babies, but I definitely want to get some bigger ones that could breed.
It takes a while for them to mate. But this is my 125. I have the 3 black convicts, and then I have a jaguar. Jaguar is up front, and then the 2 black convicts. But that's kind of what I got. It's super simple in that tank. Just like plants, stuff like that.
Is that a jaguar or Jack Dempsey?
No, Jack Dempsey. Did I say jaguar? Did I say Jaguar?
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't mess up. But yeah, it's a Jack Dempsey. Sorry,
Yeah,
if
you
I
said
said
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Sorry, it's Jack
Jack-
Dempsey.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So someone mentioned something in the comments. Oddball Aquatics. He said so. Plants take in CO2 and release oxygen when the lights are on. When the lights are off, plants take in oxygen and release CO2. They switch. This is the only. This is why CO2 injection is dangerous at night. Now, Caleb, you got the comment. Awesome. Now I saw this comment and I was just thinking of something. When I got my first plant for tank, when I won the aquascaping contest, I was so confused on how long to have my CO2 for like how much do I need of CO2, and there was no videos on it. I watched hours and hours upon videos of just people saying, oh, you need to put in this is gravel, you need to put in these chemicals. They never talked about CO2, Caleb, right? Have you ever seen anything about like that, like see how long you need your CO2 on? But
Honestly, I've never searched it because I don't have any need for.
you don't use CO2. So I'm going to change it over to like a non CO2. I have a little bit of CO2 on it. Like I don't run it a lot. But yeah. So you turn it on a little tiny bit during the day. So it's a tiny bit. And you leave it on during the day, like Oddball Aquatics was saying. And then at nighttime you turn it off so the plants can release the oxygen.
Wait, Haley, which one's my rhizome plant? Are you talking about me? Because all those in there, I think they're all No, I don't know. I made a video about it. I have a video of what, so I'm gonna double check. But I think they're all Javas, and then there's one little different kind of plant. I don't know. Don't ask me. But you said it looks good and everything. Trying, yeah. Okay, so Derek, your light's burned up. So he's a local to me. Derek, be careful with the safe. I don't want people to find out where I live, but he is a local to me, and I'll just Facebook me or something. And I can hook you up with some lights or something like that. Oh, but it was pretty funny. So he came over to my house, and he's like, okay, I want these fish. He got some guppies and stuff. I'm like, he's like, he needs a couple more live plants for his guppy tank. And I'm like, how about this? If you tell me my last video on my YouTube channel, I'll give you these plants for free. And he goes, Valentine fish tank. I'm like, he got it right. So he got the free plants. Okay, people are just talking through the chat.
All right, Caleb, can you take over for a second? I want to switch my position real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so that's kind of what I have. Everyone just kind of saying hello. I appreciate everyone for coming in. And I saw a couple people that shared it out on Facebook and stuff like that. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I appreciate just everyone coming. Okay. There we go. Put that back there. Okay. But yeah, so that's that's what I've been doing. So I appreciate just everyone just coming on here. Everyone hitting the like button. Let's double check what's going on here. Let's see. We have almost 20 likes. I appreciate everyone. And 5 dislikes. Thank you guys for the dislikes. I appreciate, because I know what happened. So they're paid in the bus I go to my school, and they always like to come up and give me a dislike. I'm like, feel free. Every single time you see me post a video, make sure you dislike it. You know why? A dislike counts as a like to YouTube. That's engagement. That counts to YouTube as engagement. So I'm like, I don't care. And they're all just dinglings at school. I like to give me crap. I'm like, whatever. But oddball back with this plant stuff. Java fern and butterbutters and anubias things like the rhizome plants. They have a thick rhizome with roots coming runs out the length of the plant. You don't want to bury that part. I'll double check. I didn't bury anything. I just smudged it between rocks. Okay. He looks like you're going off for fishing and go have some fun. Okay. I'd love to stick around, but I have to get to work at my LFS. Thank you so much, Flint's Fish Farm. Appreciate you for coming by and just staying as long as you could. Appreciate that. But that's kind of what we have going now. It looks like he is ready, so I'm going to go bring him back. Okay, we're back here.
I just moved to this tank because I know Caleb likes a stingray.
I know, and I'm thinking about sneak peek getting a stingray. I really
We were
want.
actually talking about it last night. I have a lot to say about them, but I'm going to say.
I really want a stingray, really bad.
Yeah.
Like
But
really
they are
bad.
awesome.
Like something like exotic. Like get a stingray and then get like an arowana. I did some research. If some arowana can live in there for like a year and a half or something, and a 125, so I'm like, oh boy, maybe I get stingray and an arowana, and that's all I get or something in it. And then get like some like a flagtail or something small that's kind of a little more active. But that yeah, I wanted the Bardini, and that's pretty cool.
It's got a beautiful.
Wow, so I'm telling you, I'm getting a stingray. Mark my words, I'm getting a dang stingray. I don't care. Oh, there's a Dempsey.
Yeah, there's another Jack Dempsey, and of course the Giardini.
Wow.
Later on, Caleb, I could do a feeding for this guy. I haven't fed him. Yes, I didn't feed him
Yeah.
yesterday. So.
I purposely did not feed any of my fish today because I'm gonna do a little feeding here.
A feeding video or in the live stream?
In the live stream here, I got the mobile and I'll kind of set it up, and I got some bloodworms and some pellets that I have. I ran out of my tilapia, so I gotta go run and get some tilapia. Did you just put your phone in the water?
What?
Did you just put your phone in the water?
No, I'm kidding. I just put it on top of the lids for a second.
Oh, see, fish room fever. He's crazy. He puts his phone in the water. Like seriously, he literally puts it in the water. And whenever he does that, it cuts out connection. But he has some cool underwater feeding because he just puts it in there. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, no matter if the phone says it's waterproof, I would still never put my water. See, when I got my GoPro the first time, I'm like, I've never wanted to put my GoPro in the water. But I finally taught myself to put it in there, and it's okay. Can I switch kids? LOL. Nice tanks, everything fish. Show me something planted. Oh, Audible wants to see something planted.
My planted tank. I'm embarrassed.
I do need an arowana, don't I?
He's waiting for food because usually the arowana goes from this side of the tank, the other side of the 125. But when he's hungry, watch, he'll only make it up to like right here, halfway, and then he's gonna turn around. See? And then he's waiting for food. But yeah, stingray. Now,
man, I'm getting myself a stingray. I can tell myself. I don't know how I'll tell my mom to buy like a $500 fish.
Yeah.
I bet you my mom wouldn't let me, honestly. I've been saving like all my money towards my local fish store. Well, I'm gonna open up, and I don't think my mom would be very happy if I got a stingray. But
as you can see, the algae in this tank is ridiculous. Oh, I have this light. Yeah, but this fish is beautiful. This is a pearl stingray. This is like I think the third most expensive, not the third way up from the Matoro. So there's the teacup Matoro, marbled Matoro. So this is kind of like the fifth or sixth stingray in price range. And look at Felipe was just shedding.
well, hello, Danny's. And then I see Amber says she's driving to Haley's, which seems. Wait, weren't you there like a couple days ago? Oh, there's a lizard.
Mm-hmm. He was literally just shedding. Like, he was all white this morning. Here, I'll show you it. He ate most of it already, but, like...
They eat their own skin?
Yeah, they actually eat it. There's actually a ridiculous amount of vitamins in there. He's going to stay there for a second. Hold on. Let me sit back up with Felipe, because why not? Hold on.
I'm going to give him a second to set up stuff here. But that's what I kind of have going. So if you have any questions about what it's like to be a young fish keeper and keep fish, if there's any difficulties of having, like doing stuff like that, if there's any like struggles, if there's anything different from being older, if you have any questions about that, let us know. But we have a whole bunch of different questions that we have here. Oh, she's in Indiana for the next week, hanging out, God's in trouble, harassing the dragon. Hello, Nova. Hello. Okay. That's what I got going. Man, I wish I had tilapia. I ran out just the other day, so I got to
I
go
know.
back, buy some more.
I forgot what I use. It's frozen smelts. I got a bag that I've been using for over a month now, and it is huge. And I got it for like $6, and I
Mhm.
feed my arowana every night.
Wow. Look at
This
him.
is Felipe, guys. You guys don't know.
Felipe. That's a cool name.
Yeah. He literally just shed. If you guys didn't see, I've got 22 in the chat, Kayla. Wow.
Oh, okay. William says, "How do you convince your parents to do all this? You gotta do it before they find out. And then what are they gonna do? Say take it back? You're like, if I take it back, the fish is gonna get stressed out and might die. That's. Would you really want to be an animal killer? You gotta convince them.
So
But I just do it. Don't ask me. I just gotta do it.
Now, I do not recommend what I'm about to tell you, young fish keepers, or even if you're older and living in your mom's house or parents' house. Don't do this. What I'm going to tell you. I know my parents good enough that they really wouldn't care, and I got my grandma to drive me to this reptile expo, and we went to the reptile expo, and we actually picked up a smaller leopard gecko, and it took 3 weeks for my mom to notice. And the reason why she noticed, like, she never goes in the basement, like, she doesn't care. What happened was we went to the reptile expo, picked up the lizard. We snuck it in the house, including a 20-gallon long fish tank and a bunch of supplies. We just got it into the house, and we walked downstairs, set it all up, obviously. And 3 weeks later, my mom went on my channel, actually. And I whispered in my brother's ear, who came with us to the reptile expo. I'm like, why'd you tell her, like, she's going to find out that we have the lizard? Because my latest video, the thumbnail was a picture of the new lizard. And so my brother goes, give me a second. He walks downstairs, picks up the lizard, and I tried pushing him back downstairs, and he told my mom. And my mom was laughing, but she also got a little mad at us, but, like, she was laughing, but she wouldn't have cared anyway. But, yeah, just don't do that unless you really know your parents. Yeah, don't quote me on the way that's the best way to do it. Yeah.
We have a question from Oddball here. What advice would you have for young fish keepers who want to make a connections with fish breeders and be able to ask questions? I'm going to reread this here. I went too fast. You go ahead.
So he basically asked, what advice would you have for young fish keepers, who want to be, like, good friends with like, breeders and learn from them. So the number one thing that I do all the time, I walk into the fish store and, well, like, whoever drives me, so it's you, my brother, or my mom, and they'll say, don't be long. I walk into the fish store and I ask a million questions. Now, I know this isn't with breeders, but I put questions on every single fish keeper in that store at, like, a worker, and I'll go to multiple workers and ask them the same question. And guys, that is the most important thing, even for older people. You cannot be afraid to ask questions, because you guys are obviously young, and guess what they did when they were younger? They did the exact same thing. So you need to make sure you're asking questions. And yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get with breeders, buy from the same fish store a lot. I mean, if they're not breeder, but make sure you're buying from the same person, same fish store. And the reason for that is because that is just going to keep your name in the store, like, keep I can't explain it, but keep you in their head. So, like, if you, like, I got this stingray. I actually got a deal on the stingray because I go to the same fish store all the time, and the guy's really nice there. So he gives me deals on my fish, and he even is letting me, when the stingray gets too big, wrong way, when this guy gets too big, he's going to take it back and give me a new, little bit more expensive one. So yeah, that's really cool about that. I'm really lucky about that. So yeah, I mean, Derek Brown just said to you, Caleb. He goes, "We're coming to town today, so I might buy some fish stuff at Walmart for my fish tanks."
Yeah, if you want to stop by again, Derek, he's been here a couple times. But Derek, if you want to stop by and check out, I got a couple of stuff. If you want to come by and check some stuff out. But for just same thing, asking questions. I mean, Like it was just crazy. That's what I do. I ask questions, and that's how I learn. YouTube, I mean all that. There's no local breeders. There's no pet store local to me, an hour and a half radius of me. There's an hour and a half you can drive, and the pet store, the biggest tank they have is 150 gallon, and it's saltwater, and it has a turtle in it. That's it. No bare bottom. It's a turtle, like a soft shell turtle. And then the next biggest tank is like a 30 gallon or something. So they don't have big tanks, but they don't have like exotic fish. They kind of just have the basic kind of stuff. But if we drive 3 hours away, that pet store is awesome there. I mean, they have like I think it's like close to like a 5,000 gallon like bow front saltwater tank. Crazy cool. I mean, they have awesome selection of fish there. But you see, I'm feeding my guppies here. I just gave them a couple flakes here. They guys are growing all the time. But yeah, so if you have any other questions, let me know. Did you have any other questions you have for me, Fish? I mean, everything's Fish here. Oops. Okay, are you talking there?
So
Okay.
Chevy Fish said, I look at it this way: fish keeping keeps kids off the street and out of trouble. It engages their minds. It sparks them to learn more about the hobby and to get them into lifetime hobby. I'm actually making a video. So I've been going to my local park, and every single day I go to this park. I'm taking videos of my favorite like scenery I've seen, birds, fishing, and it's just going to be a video inspiring little like kids to get outside, get off your phones, and go explore a little bit. I mean, it's like, look at the world, guys. You're only going to be in here for however many years, 80, 90 years, depending on if, we get older, whatever, how medicine goes. So maybe even older. But you're only in this for so long. So you guys, you can't spend your whole time on phones worrying about what other people did today, what they ate. Like, who cares? So that's why I went.
Like, why do people post like on Facebook? I like Facebook because it's simple to like. That's where I run my business off.
Mm-hmm.
But like, people are dumb on Facebook. Like, posting what I ate for supper tonight. I got pizza from Domino's. Like, who in the heck cares that you got pizza from Domino's? I'm sorry, but if you're that type of person that does it, no offense, but I'm sorry. No one cares. I'm sorry, but like, Domino. Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, don't be sorry. That's
like I'm sorry. Like I just saying, like, who wants to see that? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I'm just saying, like, you always see those type of people that do something like that. That they just dumb stuff.
So, Caleb, can you take me off for a second?
Yeah, I saw you in a private chat.
Yeah, and Tampa Tom also is in here. Hello, Tampa Tom. He wasn't in here. Yeah, he's new too. The live stream. So
No,
Tampa Tom. Hey.
Tampa Tom was like the first person in here last night.
Last night? Oh, I didn't even know.
Okay, well, sweet. I'll take you off and then.
Yep.
Okay, now we are here. What? Okay, something else happened. But okay, now we're back here. I got a couple questions I'm gonna keep on asking, guys. But let me know what you guys think. If there's anything you want to see me do, like, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour, like, of what happened here, and I'm gonna give you a little tour here. Okay, so you guys just saw. I kind of showed you a little round quick. So everything's done here. I really like how everything's turning out. I wanted to get some more sand because I went to our local places and they had no sand, which was not very fun. But they have no sand, so I need to get some sand. Whenever they get pool filter sand in. But I need to work on all of these tanks here with some sand. But I kind of like my guppy tank here. It doesn't have sand, but it has like almost river. Stone rock. It's kind of hard to see there, but it's something simple. It's not. That's kind of what I had from natural kind. But then I just want to keep on adding. And then I got to get me a 55 gallon tank. I'm excited because I gotta get a new one that's black rimmed and it's not all beat up. The other one was beat up, and I don't know what happened. I think I beat it up putting it inside there. Not a good thing, but yes. Okay, he's back here.
Yep. I wanted to show you guys this. Hold on.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the crocodile skink.
Yep, this is Ella the crocodile skink. I have another one, Scooter, but he's yeah, I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
He bites me and runs away. He's a little loser sometimes. But yeah, these guys are very they're always hiding. I literally just put him and he ran behind the tablet. So yeah, very cool lizard.
Yeah, definitely.
But that brings another. So you said when you were younger you had turtles, right, Caleb?
Yeah.
So
I guess I had turtles. See, I used to have these red eared sliders and a pond outside, and like it was like one of those kiddie pool ponds because we were building a pond at the time, and I had a pond, but we were figuring out how to do a basking area, make sure the sun was on there, so we got that for temporary. And the sun was right on it, had filtration, everything you needed, and they were just so small that they just didn't survive, which kind of sucked. We had them for like a month, but they were just too small. Their metabolism, they need to be indoors until they're a little bit bigger. Just so simple, so I learned that pretty easily. But then I used to have a mud turtle, and then I had a guy that came over, and he was another young fish keeper too. He has like a 75 and this turtle, and he really wanted this turtle, so I figured I'm gonna sell him this turtle, and then I have another idea with a 75-gallon tank I have to turn that into a cool turtle tank. And I don't know if it's going to be in the fish room. Probably not, because maybe a 55-gallon, because that could fit right there. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe put a 55-gallon turtle tank that I could put right there. Or maybe two 20-gallon tanks, or, whatever I do. But I see Derek says maybe next week. Yeah, that should work.
I'm trying to convince my parents to let me get an indoor pond for the winter. I got my outdoor pond for the summer. I actually was going to pick up last night a 700-gallon pond for my turtles and some fish that I catch, maybe some bass or something along the lines of that. So we're getting that pond fairly soon. It's actually somebody I know, so it's awesome. He's giving us a lot of rocks. So we're gonna have an awesome new backyard. And I don't know if you guys knew, but last year when I had a pond, I said that my backyard was my house. And that actually was not my house. I just said that because I want to make sure you guys were all seeing my pond. You think you would see the pond enough because you definitely saw it a lot. But in my house, like my actual backyard, we are building a 4,000-gallon pond back there. So, yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys that. I mean, like, really.
Yeah, same thing. I have a pond outside that I take out. It's like a plastic, like, interior pond. It's not like a plastic pool. It's like an actual pond.
Yeah,
like a 55-gallon like pond, and I had like a couple goldfish in there last year. But I'm actually working on I'm building a pond this summer, and I've been working on rocks where I can get them and like from stuff like that. But I've been working on that from like what kind of rocks I need, all that kind of stuff. But it's super simple, so I'm gonna work on that. Oh jeez. Oh, but yeah, that's what I kind of been working on. And then I'm working on getting my pond liner, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be super fun to build, and I kind of do that this summer. That's going to be super fun. But this summer I'll be 14, so that's going to be kind of fun to do as well. But yeah. Maybe I can kind of show you guys. But I'm working on getting my next order of all my fish here. I'm really low on stock right now. Usually I have a lot more stock than this, so I'm doing another order. Kind of waiting for that. So that's me good to do. Get another order in and just get a whole bunch more cutting the fish. So let me know what kind of fish you want to see. That's kind of fun to do. Maybe get some more angelfish or something that you don't usually see. Stuff like that. But yeah, I got some crazy plans to come. We're building another fish room, which is going to be fun. We were ready. We worked on it a little bit, but it's just the time right now. We don't have a lot of time. I mean, I've been crazy busy. Like yesterday, I worked all day on all my fish, and today I got my live stream and stuff. Lace KH. Hello. Hello, hello. But everything fish is doing something. You can see his arowana there. There's Giardini there.
Yep. I'm still here. I'm trying to get out my other blizzard. But he's about to bite me.
But he has some super cool fish there as well. But I know once everything fish comes back, I have a couple questions for him. But there was a question. Okay. I had it on the screen. How do you guys get money trying to find a way to buy stuff for fish tanks? Or my stuff. What I do is I run my business. Most people would think that my parents pay for everything. You're totally incorrect. I pay for everything. My food through that. I mean, there's once in a while they pay for the electricity bill, like whatever. I add extra, but they were willing to pay for it. I do that because I want to show that I have a business that works for me. That show them that I'm ready for the next step to open up my own store. So I pay for everything here. I do everything. Everything I do is I pay for myself. I mean, my tanks, my rocks, everything. I pay for everything.
Caleb was saying, I do not have a business, obviously. Well, not obviously. Within 15 miles, you're hitting 3 fish stores with everything from $25,000 piranhas to $1 feeder fish between that store. So, like, there's nothing around here for me to make money off of. But what I do make money off of is obviously mowing grass. That's a great one. But what I do with my brother is we go out on fall, spring, summer, and someone wants to put in a fireplace or something. And we will put in the fireplace. And that's what we're going to start to do. I'm going to classes for landscape and design for ponds and stuff. So we're going to start spreading out that in that business. And that's going to be, there's good money in that. You can make like really good money in that actually. So that's what we've been doing to make a lot of money, and it's clearly working very good. So yeah, it's hard to make money as a 13-year-old.
Same thing. Legally in South Dakota, you cannot get a job until you're 14.
Yeah. That's why
everything fish. It was crazy. Yesterday I was like, yeah, I can drive when I'm 14. He's like, what? Because he can't drive and where you live until you're like 17. He's like, what? You can drive when you're 14? I'm like, 14. When I'm 14 and a half, I can drive completely by myself.
Kids in my class is like just driving, like honking the horn. That is ridiculous. I just can't imagine that. It's so weird. Because I feel like within the whole East Coast is where I live on. Every state along the ocean and even a little bit west is like 16 or 17 years old for a complete driver's license.
And I kind of exposed you a little bit saying EST. I thought I put it in. I'm like, dang it.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm not. It's all right because I'm on the East Coast, but like there's 13, 14. I mean, I guess there's 15 states that you can consider on the East Coast.
Yeah, there's no way. I see. If I wish I was like did you, I kind of exposed myself because I have a business and I put my business in the link in the description. And if you go to that, it tells you what state I live in. See, I'm not dumb. I don't put my address on there. That would be dumb of me. But if anyone wants to come over to look at fish, I give them my address through the private message because I'm not gonna give it out to everyone. I'll tell you that.
So Caleb, you said you had some questions, right?
Yes. So there was a question you were talking to me about. How many gallons of fish tank do you have?
Oh yeah.
I wrote it down, but I can't remember what I did. So I'm gonna run you guys through. I have right now. I'm gonna add up my fish tanks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 aquariums in my fish room. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outside my fish room in the basement, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upstairs. So let me add that up. 7.
What do you mean upstairs?
Plus 5. 24 in my house, and I was stuck everything fish. I have a fish tank out in the garage. It's empty. I don't have anything in there. Yeah.
It's not like you have a snake head in there. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was thinking, you guys. So 24 and plus 1, so 25. So 25 running aquariums with water and fish and stuff.
Now hold on, I just want to make sure he does not have a snake head in there. I just
No, I don't have a snake head.
Okay, so I have in my actual fish room, like my show tanks, I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm not including my lizards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 show tanks. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 lizard tanks, 5 lizards. And in my back, I have 6 fish tanks, not including my turtles. So in all, I'm over like 900 gallons or something. But if you include the filters, I should be closer to 1,000. But as soon as we get the ponds, I just gonna say like a 4,000 gallon pond. But if I were to set up an indoor pond, if I were to convince my parents to let me do that, I'll be at the 1,000 mark, and that's what I want to do before I move out of here. Get 1,000 gallons. So Caleb, you should have over 1,000, right?
Yeah, I have 25 aquariums. Let me add everything up.
Right.
Okay, so you take the show for a second. I'm gonna add this up quick.
So, yeah, you know what? Let me give you guys a tour while we're here. All right. So guys, I don't know if you guys are on my channel, but right here is my 75-gallon, brand new, like, kind of fish tank. I'm not sure. I'm going to do 7 rooms, I think, if you guys were in my stream earlier. We got the bleaker eye here, tilapia poleni, and we also have this fish right here. This is a injured Oscar that we rescued. And down here, I just literally just smashed the light by accident. I dropped it. There is a betta up in here. Actually, he was just breathing off the lid. And then we're going to do freshwater crabs over here, because why not? So, of course, we got the lizard tanks, which is not set up for my light beams yet. That is just a temporary thing. We have the glowfish tank. Let's get over to here. Hold on, guys. We have the lizard tanks. We have this lizard tank. And we have another lizard tank down there, which we are moving up fairly soon. And don't worry, he's definitely getting enough attention down there. Then we also have this. This is my 65 glowfish tank. Just redid this, completely redid it. Plants are all newer in here. A couple fish still in the back, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. And then we come on over here. Sorry, I'm covering the camera because we're doing a lot of stuff that I cannot show you guys. You have to tune into my channel to see. And of course, we got the Oscar tank. Yeah, so I'll be right back. So I also have the planted tank. Like I said, I don't know if you guys saw it. I really didn't want to show you guys. Then we come in the back. I have my 10-gallon, which I'm definitely going to fix these all up, all these tanks. Then we got this tank. This is 49, I think. What is a bow front? This is a bow front. I'm not sure what the actual gallon is. We just have 2 glowfish in here. This was all the angelfish are in here. We got a lot of moss. We have plastic things in here just so they can hide about. So this is all temporary, like I'm saying. We are decking this all out. We got the baby Oscars, which are huge now. And we also got the turtles and a couple other tanks, which I'm not going to show you. Because like I said, they're being worked on. So, yeah. Now, if I had to pick out my favorite tank look-wise, it's definitely this one. It's a little low on water, but this is a 65-gallon. Interesting dimensions. This is 1.5 foot. This is 3 feet. And this is 2 feet. So very cool dimensions on this tank. I believe that's accurate. What I just said is accurate. There's certain, like, I think one of them's like 12. I think it's like, it's not 16 inches. It's like 18 and a half for some reason. I think it's this way. It's 18 and a half. But it's really cool dimensions. Really interesting for a cool aquascape like this. Definitely want to make this live plants fairly soon. So I see Caleb just set up his second camera. And like I said, I have a couple more fish tanks upstairs and that I'm not going to show you guys just because I have to go upstairs and my parents are up there. So yeah, that's that. This is the showroom thing instead of showing you guys. So Caleb, you could take it over.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him a second to kind of adjust himself. But I added it all up, and I have 1,045. Where's the camera? 1,045 gallons of water, which seems crazy. It probably is a little over excessive. Is it over excessive? Nothing's over excessive. But I have 1,405, and I have about 25 tanks. So let me add. Let me see what's my average. So 1,045 divided by 25. So my average tank is a 40-gallon tank. Huh? Looks like my average tank is a 41-gallon something. Oh jeez, I gotta stretch. Oh boy. Okay. Finally able to join the live stream. Hello, Varshal MVH Pets. What's up? But okay, looks like he's ready. What's up? Now we're back here. But that's what I have, and super cool. What I did is and I have my goldfish were pretty cool. I wanna put some stuff here. But everything fish. I'm gonna be back in a second, and you go ahead and
I take it over. All right, so I'm gonna go read through the comments. So Tapaton, everything fish. I started cutting the grass at your age. I still have 15 accounts. I cut on the weekends. I keep nicest customers, pass on the mean ones. That's definitely how you do it. Make a lot of money doing that. I mean, especially if you're young, that is the way to go. It's like so simple, and it's not that much work. If you guys know what I mean, like it's pretty simple. I don't even know how to explain it. Just do it if you guys are looking for some money. East Coast 2. I send the picture of the burn. The picture of the burn. Yeah. So we're kind of back up the chat. If you guys have any questions, please comment them. Varshal MV Pets, MVH Pets. Hello and welcome to the stream. He said a nice arowana. Thank you. I just subscribed to you. Interesting channel. Love meeting new people like that. So yeah. I'm gonna go do another question. So another question was sand versus gravel. Now I get this question a lot too, and I have a simple answer to this one. If you guys are experienced, you can do whatever you want. If you guys are newer to fish keeping, or you just want to take the easier way out, do gravel. Now the reason for that, I don't have a thing to demonstrate it, but when poop falls to the bottom of the tank, and you have catfish in there or something. I'm going to use my 65 as a demonstration. The catfish were bringing the poop and the food and the waste, everything, under the rocks. So I clean that tank weekly, and when I clean that tank, I usually just clean the outside and just shove the thing in there. The small siphon in there, clean it out, just clean out the basic stuff. So we recently took out everything, including the rocks, the plants, everything completely. And so we just took it all out, and we had sand in there at this time. And when we stirred the sand up, nitrites from the poop and the waste sitting in the sand, the nitrites shot up, and the nitrites were ridiculous. So that's why the tank looks clean right now and brand new, is because we moved all the fish out into the back. That's why we have so many hospital tanks set up constantly, and we always have an empty hospital tank. And yes, we move all the fish back there, and everybody's doing okay now. But that's why I'm recommending gravel. Same thing with my stingray. So my stingray takes care of it for me. Is that the burnout?
Yeah.
Wow. That's not good.
I've had that happen to me once.
Mm-hmm. So, like the sand, like my stingray takes food and stuff, and when it's eating, he buries it under the sand. So when you're cleaning the tank, which is weekly, I always siphon out. I usually take the siphon and hit the sand on the tip, so all the bubbles, and I can get everything up, and I'm just going over the sand a million times. And another thing you guys need to do when you have sand is to stir the tank multiple times constantly, because when you have sand in the tank, like I said, you need to release those bubbles before they build up and release all at once. And that's why it's important when you're cleaning a sand tank, you don't spend your time just basically emptying the tank. You need to make sure you're spending your time wisely and doing the sand instead of spending, like your time just draining water and just doing the water change. Because a water change is not a water change. It's a cleaning, if you get what I mean. So when you're cleaning the tank, you're going to be cleaning the tank rather than draining the tank and refilling it back up with fresh water. Because once the sand's stirred again, nitrate's going to be the same. Once you feed them again, ammonia's going to be back up. That's why you need to make sure you're cleaning the substrate. So goldfish gone wild. Hello, everything fish and Caleb. Welcome to the stream. Select pet. Sup all dropping in a second. Awesome. So yeah, that's that about live sand versus gravel. Just a quick question I wanted to answer. Select Pet said, IMO gravel versus sand. In my opinion, it depends on some fish do better with one or another. Factors aren't considered. Of course, like stingrays, you can actually sharp gravel, so sand was the only option for this fish, or a bare bottom tank, which this are my show tanks, and I was making this tank. I want to make it look as good as I possibly can. So when Caleb comes back in here in a minute or two, after he's talking about this tank, I want to ask him a couple questions.
Yeah, I'm here.
So could I ask him now? You're good?
Yeah, everything's good. Oh, there. Just wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say that camera is at the top. Dude, Caleb has it set up nice. So Caleb, when we hit an hour and 30 minutes, probably, I wanted to ask you a big question. But right now I have a few questions.
Oh, you can see those guys eating there. I put up when I fed them. I have these. Oh, I have these Hikari, like little bloodworms, little like pellets, and I just popped one in there, and I popped one in there, and then I popped one in my angel tank that's just sitting there defrosting. Instead of defrosting it, just defrosting the water.
All right, Caleb. So I'm going to ask you this question. Now, this is going to be an extremely hard question. I mean, you could answer anything basically. So I wanted to ask, what river, what waterway inspired you the most? Like, if you were to set up one tank and you had $100,000 to set it up, what waterway would you represent? Would it be like the Amazon River?
Amazon River.
Would you do the Great Barrier Reef, saltwater? Would you do Lake Tanganyika, African cichlids, rocks on the bottom? Would you do an open South American river for Oscars, where I meant lake or something, where the river just going in and there's just sand and a few plants in there, just a few tall plants? Would you do driftwood like the Amazon River? There's so many answers to this question, and anything could be right, obviously, because it's all your opinion. But I'm going to answer that real quick. Mine is definitely two things. Great Barrier Reef for saltwater. I just love the colors of coral.
Yeah, that would have to be mine too, honestly. Love the colors.
And then there's another, when I went scuba diving, there was a few. My Oscar's actually cleaning out the slate for laying the eggs right now. But when I was doing snorkeling, I saw this beautiful place in Bermuda where they had this huge wall. So it was like a cliff. And there were just huge rocks stacked up on top of each other on the back. And then in the middle were these sections, like these little towers of rocks. And there's coral coming out of them. And I just love that setup where there's rocks in the back. Now you could use this for freshwater, Congo River with African fish. Young Fish Aquatic said, yeah.
It's pretty close. Amazon, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Tanganyika. It's probably my favorites. Just the colors with the cichlids, and just like how many fish do you own like from the Amazon? I mean, just crazy amount.
Mm-hmm. But if you were going to, obviously it depends on the fish. If you have African cichlids, you're not going to set up an Amazon tank. You're going to set up
everything cichlids. That's a Gustin has like your YouTube name, but everything cichlids.
Yeah. So like I didn't know like if you were to set up one tank. Now it doesn't if you were to do. Doesn't matter about the fish, but just what's your favorite looking tank? Mine's probably Amazon River or Congo Basin. Amazon River, though, I like all your fish are from there mostly. I just love the driftwood on the banks aside of the river where it's caved out. There's this huge rock, like a mountain, and then under the mountain there's this wood and rocks coming out. It just looks really cool. And plants a load of plants. Yeah, I mean. That, like I said with Bermuda, the way that was, I could use that for freshwater too. The way how there's rocks in the back and then these beautiful like plants and stuff. It's just really awesome.
Yeah, definitely. That's, I mean, probably the same thing you're talking about. I mean, that's probably my favorite. By the way, when I get up, I can still hear you. So when I
Okay.
get up, just putting a pellet thing so I can hear you though. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of what I gotta do. But I mean, honestly, that's my favorite. I mean, just the colors. Colors
Mhm.
really. I mean, colors of the fish are probably the reason why you get the fish, unless it's like exotic or like unless it's like rare or you're working with it breeding or unless, if it's like what I mean.
Mhm.
My angelfish is eating. Oh jeez, let's see if I can do a little thing here.
So when we get a little bit more in the chat, Caleb, I'll ask you this question.
See,
Oh,
that's
Caleb, did you notice I set up a new banner?
oh, that's sweet.
And I like the blue too. It's
Yeah,
not good. I mean, I still need to fix it up, but it looks pretty cool.
yeah.
I
I have one of my banners that I've made, but Caleb's guest is everything fish. Yep. Okay, but you can see there's a little pellets there. I'm gonna put my camera back here.
Yeah, when we get more, I'll do the arowana feeding and
Yeah. Well, if you just give me 1 second, I'm gonna go put my second camera out to my goldfish and feed those guys. So
all right.
I'll be back in 1 second here.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm going crazy here. I don't want this. Okay. What?
So we got 14 people in the chat, guys. Make sure you guys are sharing this out. Chevy Fish said Caleb's guess is everything on the chat a little bit. So Select Pet said a Mexican river. I'm fascinated with a Mexican fish at the moment personally. Cool. That's pretty cool. Mexican river. Never really looked that up. I gotta look that up now. Everybody's saying hi to each other. The leaves on the ground with dirty look, but a nice look. Yeah. Leaves on the bottom of the river look really cool. Select Pet said, Chevy Fish said Caleb's guest is everything fish. Yep. And Select Pet said, if it were illegal here, I really want to make a cave themed tank with stalactites, etc. for cave tetras, but they are illegal here. I don't know. That's pretty weird that they're illegal. Yeah, but I would so do a cave tank. Now I went scuba diving in Mexico. I went snorkeling in Mexico into a cave. And it was really cool because the fish actually lost their vision. They had no eyes. Like, their eyes were just black, and they couldn't see anything. And I learned a lot about that. We had an amazing tour guide, and he was explaining that when they don't need to use their, they have no use for their eyes, and they basically, it's just really cool. So they lose their vision. And I just found that really, really fascinating about how just if you go to any local lake, you can see a fish. But if you go to into the cave, it's the same fish but with no eyes. It's just ridiculous. Caleb, the link to everything fish does not work. Does it? Oh, Caleb, yeah, you have to do it on YouTube. I think you did it on something else, but that's all right. So, yeah, Caleb. My special quest. If you guys go back to see the thumbnail,
You
yeah,
pain
he
in
said
the
ready
butt.
G.
See, the thing is, on my playlist is special quests too.
Yeah, I know. Why'd you put on the playlist? Special quest, everything fish, come and chill. Yeah. Young Fish Aquatic said a bank of the Amazon River with those a lot of driftwood and plecos and rocks. Yeah, that's the basic setup. Really cool. Wow, look at those goldfish, guys. There is a lot of action in that tank. So, Caleb, I don't know if you have a lot of experience with turtles, but I have a few questions when you come back. Yeah, there you are. That tank's really cool, though, Caleb.
Yeah, that's my 125. You can see on the top, I have a bucket up there from cleaning
how
it.
big is that?
And then that's all my food that I have, like my food containers. I have like 5 foods for that tank. But I fed them some pellets and then some floating sticks, and then I fed them some bloodworms.
You said 125 gallons?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those goldfish in there were there's a guy that had a pond and he took it down. So I'm like, what do I do with it? So I put it in my 125. Probably probably overstocked, but I have a lot of filtration on that tank. I have like a 120-gallon hang-on back filter. Hang on back. I'm like,
I never even heard of that.
seen that big of a one. And then I have a canister on that. FX6 on that.
So Derek Rao said, me and my sister found a turtle in our backyard. We also caught one at the lake. Yeah, there's a lot of turtles up where we live. A lot of painted, few redditor sliders, which are horrible for the ecosystem. That's another thing, guys. If you ever get pets, do not release them.
No.
No, like they could ruin the whole ecosystem. That little ecosystem. I heard somebody release a turtle into one of my into my local pond. And I swear, I just saw dead fish, decapitated heads everywhere. And there was just this redditor slider, which are really bad. They just came up and was eating them all. It was horrible. And then people were releasing snapping turtles. So where I live, alligator snapping turtles are not native. There's an alligator snapper turtle, bigger than the screen. It was huge. And it was just tearing apart bass, I bet, and eating everything. So that's why you just make sure you don't release anything into your. So Young Fish Product asks, what's your secret to no algae? Algae scraping.
Filtration.
Mm-hmm. So
I
Caleb
don't
says,
use any additives for algae.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
don't
Caleb
use
says filtration. All right, and I think algae scraping because, well,
algae what?
Algae scraping, like scraping the algae off.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about like an additive or like for algae remover or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. It's. I think it's just the quickest way, and you know, adding those things can be expensive. Filtration is very important, especially if you have it leaning on something. Like I have this FX6 running. There is never algae, if you guys can see, from about like where's the lid? I can't feel it. It never grows from this lid and like to down halfway to the tank. Because right here is there's a half of an FX6 pushing, which is rated for 600 gallons, and then I have the bubble sponge filters. There's never stuff here, so not only are you taking the algae out when you're cleaning the tank, UV sterilizers help with that. If you have planktonic algae, which is that free floating algae, but if you have stick algae or whatever that's called, but it's just normal algae they call it, that sticks to the glass and stuff. Filtration and algae scraping. It sucks, but that's really. Oh, and keep your lights on. Don't leave your lights on. Right? All these lights, I have them on for about an hour a day, except for tanks that need them because they get natural sunlight that lights the tank up plenty. I think I only leave the light on 2 tanks because they don't get enough light. But yeah.
Sweet. But what was that question you had or something? Is there a question or something?
Yeah, I had another question.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was another thing was. Oh yeah, we talked about the turtles. I said, do you think what do you think I should put in with my turtles in a pond? Like, what do you think would be a cool fish to do in a pond with turtles?
I know goldfish and koi go with red-eared sliders. I know that.
The red-eared sliders will nip at them though, and especially that this is a medium-sized pond, I don't want to put
a medium. Okay, because I was gonna say because there's a guy that had that pond with all these goldfish and koi, and he had red-eared sliders, and there was no nipping. It just depends. He had a larger pond. He had a pretty big pond.
Yeah.
But with the red-eared sliders, or what kind of turtles?
I'm doing a community turtle, so I have I have right now a Mississippi and a red-eared. I went to the fish store and I actually ordered them. They didn't come in yet. Even though it's winter, but spring, I'm going to be getting them soon. Like as soon as I open up my pond, I'm gonna get them. So I want to get a Mississippi. Well, I have the oh my god, I have the Mississippi mat and the red-eared. I want to get a painted turtle. I want to get a yellow belly slider. I want to get a peninsula Florida turtle or something, I think it's called. So it's a lot of the turtles that could fit together, like the community turtles and a musk turtle. Now I know someone's gonna say that do not get the red-eared slider with the other turtles, but my red-eared slider is peaceful. He's never had problems with any other turtles. I actually got rid of one of my turtles. He escaped actually, but it was perfectly fine because it was just the painted turtle, which are native to here. So as soon as they got it, was painted. I'm pretty sure he's living. I have a very, very close pond half a block down the way, and I'm pretty sure he made it to there and he's perfectly fine. But yeah, it's just I don't know what to do with that.
Okay, so we have a question here from Varshul. Any ideas to grow Java moss fast? I have Java moss upstairs in my tank. I put it between the wood, and that's all I've did. I've done nothing else to it. But something that just kind of common sense would be increasing your light spectrum, like down to the bottom if it's not bright enough. Spreading it out larger so you have more surface area on the bottom of the tank or wherever more surface area will have better. Water changes really that's pretty much unless you buy more and put another tank and just like continuously growing 2 tanks and then move them on to other tanks or something like that. But really just increase your spectrum. Maybe like some Flourish or some Easy Green from Corey would help a little bit, or maybe CO2 or something like that. I mean, that's really everything I would know what to do.
Yep. I would definitely add. I mean, if you're really having problems, now I know everybody's against CO2, but just to get the plants going for a minute or like a couple days, just add CO2 if you have it, or if you like I just recommend getting it. It's not that expensive. It's like just get it. Just get it and have it on the side. If you ever need it, plants aren't doing well, add it. And yeah, that's that. Nice and simple. You don't have to worry about anything. How long? Okay, let me bring over my Oscar. It's been a month and a quarter since they laid, and I think they're going to be laying either in a couple days. Hold on. So as you can see, I haven't even touched the rock. It's covered in algae. But it's this Oscar and that Oscar that were just laying together. Really cool fish, though. Beautiful Oscars. Giant gourami. Oh yeah, giant gourami is definitely going to outgrow this tank. I just have him here for it's growing out, and then he's gonna go to either I get a bigger tank or the fish is gonna take it back and give me a new one, baby. So yeah.
I just want to double check. How is your battery life?
My battery life. I am halfway.
Okay, I just want to double check that you just midstream and just like go up. Why did my camera just? Oh, okay. Oh, I switched cameras. Now I'm on my second piece of poop camera.
How many people are in the chat, Caleb? Because when we probably next time we get 20, which it's been going in and out a lot. So guys, next time when we get 20 subscribers, 20 people in this chat, I'll do an arowana feeding, and obviously Caleb did some awesome feedings. Yeah, so I don't know how's the quality, guys. I'm new to this. I never use a streaming platform, so
I'm gonna. Okay, my thing just cut out on me. Like my camera just went. It's like. So I gotta figure out my camera situation here.
Hear you a little bit.
There we
go. I want to go up in the chat and see if there's any questions that we missed. What advice would you have for young fishers who want to make connections? All right. So as Caleb's figuring it out, let's go ahead and look. Oh, you're good? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong chat. I'm looking at the old video. I'm delayed. Now I had another question, Caleb. What's your dirtiest fish? Mine is definitely my stingray, and then comes my Oscars. Stingray, they poop at least 3 times a day, and their poop is like this big. It's huge, and when they eat, they have to eat the most dirtiest food, and they smash it up, and it comes out their gills. And this tank I'm cleaning twice a week or once a week. It's ridiculous on this tank. So, like, Caleb, what's your...
I have to say my dirtiest fish is probably my guppy. My guppy's so dirty.
I didn't know that. I didn't know guppies were dirty.
I'm just giving you crap. Oh, my gosh. You went... Oh, my gosh. No, probably my goldfish. My goldfish are koi. I mean, my koi are about 8 to 10 inches. Yeah. And I'm just waiting till it's nice enough to build them. There's a pond outside, and then this next winter I'm getting one of those ponds inside. I've finally convinced my mom and they're like $80 in the wintertime. So I'm just waiting till like they're like 150 on normal time. There's no
Yeah,
point in
no.
getting it now.
Mhm.
But yeah, so then I want to get
I
that.
thought you were serious first. I was thinking of gold for like before the size of their tank they may be dirty, but I had nothing to say. I don't want to go, are you stupid or something?
No, but my goldfish and koi, there's it's probably overstocked, but I can't do much about that. They were either gonna die in the pond because he was moving, or they're gonna go into 125 where there's plenty of filtration, but it's just like like you can see on the tank itself.
Have a lot of movement. Cool. Now I'm doing a pond, and we're gonna get koi, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully we can get it done this year. Yeah, because if we don't get it done this year, we're gonna work on it a lot this year. But if we don't get it completely done, then we'll have to wait till next year.
Oh boy, my camera again. I just love it. Oh, haha, it just likes cutting out. Very nice, thank you, camera. Appreciate you. Pain in the butt.
And Larry said my Oscars is a huge mess. Yeah. So I'm gonna figure out. Let's share this somehow. How do I share the stream? I want to
You
get 20.
go on thing and you just hit by the
Share,
like
yeah.
button. You just share.
Copy link. Now I want to go send this. I'm gonna go get it to somebody. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you figure that out there. But I got my goldfish. Look like they're done eating. Looks like so. I'm gonna go double check on them. Oh jeez.
So Caleb, I saw you gained a few subscribers from my stream. I wish we could have gained more, but when you come to my channel, I'll make sure you get a few more. I gained a few too. I'm 2 away from 800 now. Thanks, guys. So we're gonna talk about another question. So Caleb, I know you order from live, online a lot, and I know you do wholesale order, which is completely different fish stores. But if you're talking about normal, everyday people to buy from online, what would you recommend? What fish store? What online?
It depends on what you want. If you want like shrimp, like Flip Aquatics. If you want like really anything else, like Get Gills has really everything. I mean, it's like maybe Aquabid, but Get Gills is smaller, so I kind of like Get Gills. They're more trustworthy, I would say. And you know what I mean. And it's like an eBay for fish.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sell on there. Get Gills. You could do shrimp from Flip Aquatics. You can do. There's a lot of places that sell that they don't sell fish though. They don't sell live animals, but probably Get Gills, eBay. It's but that's risky though. Maybe local. I would say the best thing to do is like finding out someone in the chat that's gonna be actually trustworthy, and then you can do that. But that's probably the best thing I could think of.
So Larry said I just subscribed, and then he said Chewy best price. Yeah, Chewy. I don't think they sell live.
No.
Fish. Chewy doesn't. Yeah, I order everything from Chewy though, because my grandma gets like the dog food and stuff from there, and it's like free shipping, great prices, and I just order anything on there.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to mention, if you guys are local to a fish store, make sure if you're getting the same price on going online and rather than a fish store, make sure you guys are supporting your local fish stores. Because as you guys know, there are a lot of them going out of business recently. We lost a few up here within the last few years, and as you know, like fish stores are a hard thing to get into. So, I just want to make sure you guys are supporting your local fish store. And every chance I could, if I could get the same deal in a fish store rather than online, I just go to my fish store. It just helps them out a little bit,
And so the Bren says, I might order some enamel. I just can't speak. I can't speak. I'm not even gonna guess how to do it. A nano shrimp. Yes. Okay, nano. Okay. I put an M in there first. Whoops. Yes, I have Neocaridina shrimp actually down in down there. I have like 4 or 5 of them, and I figured this out. I took a video. My gold, I mean my shrimp had babies, and I took a video of it.
Really?
Yeah, I
Did you
only
do
had my
that?
I only had my phone at the time. I didn't have my camera, so I just used my phone. Oh, I forgot. I took a lot of videos. Uh,
So
right here. You're probably not gonna be able to see it, but he's super small. But I saw. You can't even see him on my video barely. But yeah, he was pretty cool.
mhm.
But yeah, so they had babies in there. These angelfish are not eating their bloodworms. They all defrosted. He was eating a little bit, but there's babies in there again, or like eggs. So hopefully those turn on. They don't look they look fertile, so it
Mhm.
looks good.
Cool. Yeah, my Oscars laid infertils last time, but that was the first time they laid. So I don't know. I mean, it's expensive to get the breeding starting, and like I said, there's plenty of fish stores over here, so it's not even worth me breeding them.
It,
Um,
yeah.
so I'm kind of just gonna leave it. I'll try my best to like get the eggs, but I'm not gonna get an egg twirler, an egg turner for now. If it
You mean
were, I might
tumbler
get
or Turner?
a tumbler,
Oh yeah.
an egg tumbler. I don't think I want to do that right now. Like I said, I'd rather spend the money on like fish and stuff because that's not as exciting, especially on YouTube. But yeah, so I was doing that. So if they do lay the eggs, I'm just gonna put that bubble maker on the bottom of them and make sure that they're nice. And if they were to hatch, it's possible if they were fertile that they could hatch. So I'll see what I'm gonna do. If they don't hatch, then I separate them and give them a little time off, and then put it back together, and they shouldn't breed for a little bit. And if they do breed again, then I do the same thing. Did you check out the Bren's comment, his latest comment?
Yeah. Amano shrimp are great for allergy control. My pea puffer does not bother them. I'm hesitant of neocardinas because of their bright colors, and my puffer might eat them. Plus, amano. Shrimp and get big. Amano shrimp get big. I just keep putting the M in there, and I don't know why I do that. But yeah, yeah.
Special quest.
Brain.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Like I said, I'm waiting till summer to get some things done. I might be playing around with plywood tanks, building something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a lot of unused tanks that I want to break apart, and I want to build.
Oh, we almost got you to 800.
Did you?
Well, whoever, you're at 798.
798. Nice. Yeah, I read that before. So close to 800. Caleb, what are you at? You're at 236. You gained a few. Wait, you gained.
I'm at that like peaking point where you have your rise, and I had my rise in my 6 months of doing YouTube. I had my rise,
Mhm.
and then you have like that kind of settle, and then you find out what works, and then you skyrocket. That's what I'm doing right now, is to find out what works right now.
So when I was younger, well not younger, but when I was a younger YouTuber, well yeah, younger too.
When did you start?
What?
When did you start?
I started a little over a year ago.
Okay.
But like if you go back to my old videos, they are really, really bad. And like I said, like you jumped in, you were comfortable. I was like I don't know, like I would just sit there like, hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Look at my fish, like stuff like that. But as you can see, like now, like I mean, I'm not as good at live streams yet. Like I said, you've been doing live streams for a while, and you're just naturally good at it. But I'm gonna work with it. Like literally, I'm practicing. So like when I walk downstairs, and I'll just start talking about the fish to myself in my basement, like just to start getting practice with YouTube and live streaming. I'm just trying to make myself sound better. But after a few years. And after a year, like 7 or 8 months, I started gaining a few. Then I slowed down again, and then within the last few months, I was growing a lot more. And I found what's working pretty good for me. A lot of people like the reptile videos, reptile expos, even though I'm all about fish, But yeah, live streams are doing amazing. So yeah, that's that. So what's been working best for you, Caleb? For anybody that's interested in growing their channel, like the Bren. Like I said, you're like me for a little bit. You've been posting for a little, let's see, how long have you been? 5 months, 7 months?
Like the last couple of weeks, you've been really posting a lot more videos. Like usually you post like one a week, and now you've been like this week you've posted 4 of them.
Mhm. Oh yeah, well this week was just an exception because I didn't have an actual video because I spent my I got like 6 hours of sleep between Saturday and Sunday, and Friday I actually was the only night I had actual sleep. So
How was your view hours?
My watch hours, view hours, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just on my videos, I'm really bad at watch hours. I'm only at like 600 watch hours. I also blame a lot of that on my older videos. Like nobody wanted to watch my older videos. So like if you look at my older videos, like the average view duration was like 15 seconds, and like now my average view duration is like 4 or 5 minutes. That's on some videos, and on live streams, obviously it's like ridiculous. But yeah. So like I'm finally learning. The last few weeks, my watch hour has been in the few thousands, not including my watch minutes, not including my live stream. So like my videos, like that video, all I did was channel preview and announcement. That got 100 views, and that got over like it got like a ridiculous amount of hours. It got like 5 or 6 hours, and that was a 5-minute video. And I was just talking, and I can't believe anybody wanted to watch that. So that was pretty good on that.
I'm gonna start doing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start doing a 2-minute Tuesday thing. I have a lot of like small tips that I want to do, but I don't want to put them like, you know what I mean. I want to do like a 2-minute Tuesday. So every Tuesday I post on a 2-minute video.
Mhm. Or like 5-minute crafts or something. You could do something along the lines of like 5 minutes, of like, even though their videos are 10 minutes long, but you could do like a 5-minute long video, and basically just post like 3 tips on keeping your fish tank clean, 3 tips on keeping your lizards healthy, 3 tips on feeding your arowana without getting bit. You can do like that. Yeah. So I'm just looking. How many people are in the chat right now? And
11 looks like.
11.
Hmm.
All right. So let's start with another question, right? You got.
Yep.
Why am I interviewing you?
I don't know. That is a great question. It's kind of backwards, isn't it?
And it's funny because when you go on my channel, you're going to be asking me like, "Oh, hey, that's weird." I guess it works.
I never thought of that. What a doing.
It's your channel, so I'm asking you. Okay, I don't know.
Well, whatever. Well, you answer the questions back anyways, whatever you do. Whatever.
I'm trying to get over to your stream. I don't know why I can't get over there. So we're looking at, what size tank? Okay, so big fish versus little fish. I want to hear what you're saying, what your opinions are. So if you had $1,000, I like $1,000. Nice and simple. If you had $1,000 to spend on all your fish tanks were taken away, you had no experience. You had $1,000 to spend. What fish are you doing?
Fish, like $1,000 on fish, or like $1,000 with a tank and everything.
Everything, or whatever you want. $2,000. I don't care. $3,000, we'll say, and you can do whatever you want.
I would get me.
And if you you have 3,000. So yeah, I don't know.
I would probably.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a tough question. I would probably get. Honestly, I would probably get the smaller fish. Probably shocking. The smaller fish.
Smaller.
The reason why is I would get like a 55-gallon and load that thing with small molly, platies, colorful fish that are gonna pop. That are gonna be like when your customer, not your customer, but like when people come over to your house, whatever. They see those like, oh my gosh, that is crazy, and you know what I mean. And then they get those, and then I feel like once they have those small colorful fish, they're gonna want to get into bigger colorful fish. Then I feel like they're gonna get into bigger.
I get what you're saying, but what I think is when people come over, I have the 65, all right, with the glowfish. So everybody loves the glowfish, but the 65 is more about the aquascape. People don't walk over there and go, oh, look at that beautiful guppy, or look at that, you know, like, I feel like they're more excited and about the stingray, the arowana, you know, like when
those are exotic ones. But I'm talking about if you're. But another same thing is you said you're brand new. You have $1,000, no tanks, nothing. You're not gonna know about that.
Yeah. So if I were to do that, I would do 75-gallon severns and medium-sized schooling fish, red hooks, silver dollars, scats, you know, I do cool fish like that because those fish are really colorful. They're bigger. And they're imagine just like a Molly platy tank, but like bigger fish. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, so real quick, the Brent said any advice on my comment above. So new videos coming soon. Fish fry breeding tanks and more. Just wait. Okay, so I know that's a comment. So he said the Brent. I have been thinking because all my subscribers are mixed. They're either fishing or aquarium and pea stuff and pet stuff. I may make a separate fishing channel. The Brent. All right. I do not recommend a second YouTube channel because you're just splitting up your subscribers. I bet Caleb has some things to say. You have 261 subscribers. When you are doing that, you're splitting up your channel way too much. And there's just like subscribers in different places. So when you grow, I can't explain it. Like me, I personally enjoy both. So I'm subscribed to both, and it's just harder to find your videos. Like if I want to see a fishing video, I have to look up this channel. If I want to find a fish keeping video, I have to go on your channel. So that's why I like just doing a one channel, mix up everything, but ask people. It's more important. Make sure you ask people. Caleb does this too. He asks people, like, what fish do you guys like? And I do this too, but it's like, what fish do you guys like? What size?
He's a cool GoPro.
Caleb, the
brand, yeah. Mm-hmm. In the video, he has like GoPro.
A sick 5?
I wonder what kind of GoPro he has.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if I turn the volume up, I'm gonna get probably copyrighted.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. But I see he has a GoPro, but I don't know what kind.
Let me go see it. So yeah, that was a tough question.
Yeah, definitely. If you're starting a brand new, smaller fish, probably the way to go. Like I see everything. I mean, down the wormhole, I know she has a black moor. I know that's kind of cool. But you know, so smaller, and then definitely you're gonna want to get into the bigger. It depends. It depends if you like small, really colorful, or you like big and not as much fish in a big tank.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb, another question. If you had one thing to invest, well, I mean, these questions are both ways, kind of. So like we both can say. So it's not like I'm interviewing you. But if you were to make one investment and you had a fishing, fish keeping, any YouTube channel where you're showing stuff, what would that investment be?
And like equipment?
Let's just say you had a phone, not even a computer. What would that investment be?
Audio. With no doubts about it. If you have your iPhone or you have a phone, I would say if you have a decent phone. If you don't have a decent phone, that would be the first thing I would get is a decent phone. Second thing I would get is audio. Mm-hmm. This is my main choice. It's a Rode Video Micro Go or something. This would be my for sure main choice, 100%.
It's coming.
What? Oh, arrow on it.
No, yeah, no. Someone's Virtual MVH Pet said just notice the background on the arowana tank. Yeah, it's all. So if you see wrong way, I always do this. Star Wars and all this is like a where they come into the Death Star, I believe, right? That's where this is, and they have the ships. It's like the shipping dock. Yeah.
If you have just your phone, what I would suggest you to do is get this little phone mount. Just put your phone on there. Yep. You just open up the clamps. I'm gonna put my phone in here. So if you just put it in there like this, now you have your phone with the little handle grip on the bottom, and you can hold on like this, do whatever. And it also has a cold shoe on the top. So now what I do is I just plug in my microphone to the top, like this. You have your perfect vlogging setup. You see yourself. You have your perfect around. You put this on a tripod on the bottom. I have this little Joby Gorilla Pod attachment on the bottom. So then what I do is I just hook on my tripod, my bendy tripod, set it up, like that. That's all I do. I mean, simple tripod, everything I need, all in one.
So I have a few things I would invest in. All right. So I'm getting this thing pretty soon. I don't know. I've kind of like thinking if I'm going to like go out on YouTube and like spend some money on stuff. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But there's three things that I would get. I went like this. Three things, right? Special quest. Anyway, I would do 3 or 4 things. Number one is a light ring. Now, if you have fish tanks, don't get a light ring because the reflection is horrible.
I wouldn't even get a light ring. Honestly. I wouldn't get a light ring. The reason why is I have those reptile lights, like lights. That's what I'm using to light my studio right now. I have those reptile lights with the bulbs in them. I have a trash bag over it as a diffuser. That's what's lighting me right now.
So what I would do, what I did was it's a stand. It's actually a stand, like a phone stand. And there's a USB powered O-ring around it. But if you're fishing, so like this is what I'm saying. So not for fish keeping, but if you're fishing, it's really cool to have like a USB powered O-ring. They go for like $40, and I heard they're very good quality. That's pretty cool. But if you also have another fishing thing and you have a little bit over 1,000 subscribers before you're going to invest in something like this, I recommend a drone. Now, a drone, the reason, now a lot of people, might be thinking, what are you talking about? If you are looking for something that, like to make your videos look better, like make collages while you're fishing, a drone is awesome. Like I'm going to start when I go fishing and experience, and go exploring, I'm going to be bringing my drone out and just flying it over the pond and stuff and making some really cool collages in my videos. It just makes you look more professional and better. See, like my drone is a $150 drone, and it's amazing quality. Hooks up to your phone and has great camera. So it's actually really good. Oh yeah, you saw the brand. He said, fishing. Yeah, fishing. I have a GoPro Hero 7. I have a GoPro Hero 5 Black and a chest strap and a portable battery charger. Yeah, you always need battery charger. I would like
my GoPro is upstairs. I have like the 7 or something like that, and I use it all the time. I love it. I use it all the time in my fish tanks. I have that, and then I have like a 20,000 amp like battery pack. And holy moly, does that thing charge? Like it takes 10 hours to charge it, and it gives you like 10 hours of life. Like that's when I'm bringing on my trip where I'm going. I'm gonna go on a trip. Looks like my second camera just like cut out. That's lovely. But that's what I use, and super simple. It charges all my devices like nothing, and I can use it for the whole week, charging my phone and my GoPros. I have my drone too. I have a drone. And
how much was the drone?
$250.
$250. Good.
But I got it at Walmart or something. And
I won mine at the arcade.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's in my garage right now because I ran a flute into a tree, so I have to get new propellers for it. But then when I'm going down here, I'm living on a boat for a week. All I'm bringing is like my tripod for my camera, my GoPros, like my GoPro, my battery pack, my iPad.
Is that going to be your new 24-hour challenge?
Shh, that's a secret.
Can't tell. The one living on a boat. Living on a boat for a week challenge.
I don't know. Well, we get food. It's not like we're gonna like catch fish. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing that. But we're on our own personal boat, and I don't know if See, I'm bringing a lot of technology to this trip. It's like I'm bringing my phone. This is how many things I have to charge when I'm there. My phone, my Apple Watch. I have to charge my Apple Watch when I go down there. I have
Mm-hmm.
to charge. Is it over here? Yeah. This is how many things I have to charge. I have my phone, my Apple Watch, my Beats, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, whatever they are. To charge those, I have to charge my camera, my actual camera. I have to charge my GoPro, my iPad, and my computer. I
Wow.
don't know how I'm going to charge all that. Maybe I don't bring my iPad, but I don't know. It's going to be crazy how much stuff I have to charge. Like,
Yeah.
holy moly. That's a lot of charging. Maybe I just won't bring, like, I probably don't even need to bring my camera. My phone does everything, and that's a lot bulky to bring my camera. Maybe I'll bring, like, my handy cam or something that's super lightweight. Do like a little vlog here. Like,
So Varsh Hill Varsh I can't say
Marshall
Varsh.
MVHS.
Yeah. They said what monster fish could I keep it by 150 gallon with a RES stands for rescue. A rescue turtle and a oscar. So depending on the turtle, if you had a turtle, that limits your options a lot. Like I said, that means you're gonna have half of the water in your tank, or you have that turtle basking area on top. I don't think they sell them for 125 gallons. 50. No, it wouldn't fit on 125 and 50 gallon. 150 I meant. So
Unless you made a DIY one.
yeah, unless you made a DIY one. But a rescue turtle and a Oscar.
I'm gonna be back in a second.
A rescue turtle. So an Oscar. If you guys were going to do an Oscar, if you had the Oscar with the tank, that has I don't know. I'm trying to think of what cool fish you could add in there. There's like a few options. You have another Oscar, obviously. The turtle. Yeah, you don't want to pick the turtle. Yeah, off the fish. Yes, you have to keep the fish obviously large, and that can't fit in the Oscar's tank. So you can't do any of these. 150 gallons is big though, so I would definitely recommend a red-eared slider. All right, so that's even worse. Red-eared sliders are the worst turtle that you could add with fish. So Oscars. Other Oscars are the number one fish to go with Oscars. Then you have parrotfish. Oh, parrotfish, that's cool. You could do parrotfish, some sort of water cow, goby. You could definitely do, depending on the size. 150 gallons big, so you could do a lot of fish. If you're risking it, catch a bass maybe. Just check with your laws. But you can do bass. You can do really anything you want.
A
As long
walleye.
as it doesn't fit in the Oscar's tank and a mouth, and the turtle won't eat it. Or the other way around, the fish won't eat the turtle. Because bass actually do eat turtles when they're small. So it's very important that you need to make sure the sizes are correct, and you have other tanks that you can move the fish into, just in case things go wrong. Because there's so many different things that you can do with that may be a little risky. So as you guys can see, we have the goldfish tank of Caleb's up on there again. Beautiful tank, always up there. I like that, Caleb. Caleb. So I don't know if you saw. That was a tough, really, really tough question.
Yeah, well, the rescue's turtle, right?
Yeah, it was a red-eared slider too.
Uh-oh. Can that go?
Oh yeah, and Caleb, I just looked at my subscriber count. I'm at 799 subscribers.
Oh, man, come on, guys. It's right in the first link in the description.
For an Oscar. Oh, hold on. So I'm gonna read the friend's comment. You ready? Like, you good now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I may be building a fish room soon. My parents are thinking about it, and the room would be. Oh wait, what? And in the room, I would build a fish room. There's a spot for a big. And in the room, I would build a fish room. There's a spot for a big aquarium. I might get a 55 or a 75. Would either of those be good for an Oscar? So like I said, 70. You could put an Oscar in a 75. although when you put them into a 75, it's like I said, there's a lot of bio load in that tank, right, Caleb?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need a lot of filtration, and you're going to be doing constant water changes.
Oh, figured out. Ben Ultrard, I think that's his name, is streaming right now.
Oh, that's why.
That's what I was gonna say. Something wrong.
We're hitting 2 hours now, Caleb. That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Yeah, go fast. I know.
My Animal House. Is he in here? No. So, William Jansen, thank you very much for subscribing. Still at 799. Oh no, I'm at 800. Wow, look at that, Caleb. 800 subscribers. I don't know how to take a screenshot on a tablet.
Wait, give me 1 second. I better unsubscribe. Just wait. I'm just kidding. You're 801.
Yeah, now watch. I'm gonna lose a subscriber.
Dang it. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't unsubscribe to Everything Fish. Make sure you subscribe.
Everybody unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. when I hit 500 subscribers, someone must have messed with me. I got 13 notifications. I think it was my brother that someone subscribed to me, and they unsubscribed and subscribed and unsubscribed. It was so funny. I went from 495 to 505, back down to like 498. It was weird. But
the title is Quest. I forgot. I gotta do guest. I thought it was just my thumbnail. It was.
You didn't notice you spelled Quest too?
Give me a break. Oh boy. Okay, it's fixed now. Huh. I can't get.
What's your 800 or I need to switch account? Oh, William Jansen, 800. Were you my second? Were you my 101 and 100? That's awesome, guys. Or 800 or I need to switch accounts. Thank you so much, William Jansen. Congrats. Thank you, Varshil, MVH Pets, and the brand. Oh yeah, the brand X, Caleb. Any, any other monster fish that you could put in 55 or 75. Caleb, you have any ideas?
Sorry, what was the question?
The brand's question was. No, not that one. He asked, what fish could I put in a 55 or 75, like monster fish?
Oh, there you go. Monster fish are going to 55. 75 an Oscar. 75 an Oscar, maybe. Mm-hmm. Depends. I mean, 55 is probably too, quote unquote, you're not supposed to put an Oscar in 55. But a 75 would probably be perfect.
Now, a 55, in my opinion, is not a monster tank. So you need to be very careful.
Monster fit. Yeah, probably 75. Maybe an Oscar would be probably perfect.
Yeah, so 75 and up to me is where you could start putting those bigger monster fish in here. Sand Creek Aquatics just said no audio.
Oh boy. Just give me crap.
I think we're fine. I think that might be.
Yeah, I think it might maybe just refresh. Maybe your volume on your phone or something's down. Maybe just double check. And then if it's not fixed, then just let me know again.
Everything fish. Chevy Fish Shed, I just pineappled you on my other phone. Everything Fish, number 802. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. Chevy Fish is an awesome person. Always see him on the live chats all the time. Always in the streams. So Brandon, yeah, okay. He said it was okay, the audio. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We have 10 people in here. If there's no audio, we'd have like 1. And that would be probably the Brent telling us that we have no audio the whole time. Yeah,
it's going back and forth. I realized that. Let me see how many streams are going. I think there's 1 or 2 right now. Yeah, Ben Ultrart has 60 people on his stream. That's what happened.
Yeah. Because we keep on going from like 9 to 15 to 9 to 15.
Yeah, that's because of our bigger streamers going.
But yeah, Saturday morning there's usually never anybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Caleb, I'm probably gonna do another 30 minutes with you. If you want to go on after that, if that's all right, Because what's it called? I need to make a video. I need to clean the fish tanks, and then we're getting ready for my big plan. I'm working on the pond, basically. I'd just say I'm working on the pond with my brother while he's here. Oh, we might actually be getting the pond today. That's the plastic one, the 600-gallon.
Sweet.
But yeah, so we talked about big fish versus little fish. Fish versus lizard. Do you think is dirtiest fish? So that whole page is clear. Sand versus gravel. We talked about favorite freshwater plant. Talked about. We still have saltwater versus freshwater. We could talk about. So Caleb, here's another good question. Chevy Fish said, "I'm watching on both your O chart, two
How
phones."
do you even pronounce that? I know. I've met him before, Ben, but can't remember.
O chart. I'm watching both you and OJ, two phones. Cool. That's awesome. Like two fish YouTubers should watch. Actually, three in one on two phones. I'd be like going back and forth because I want to hear both of them. Caleb, did you know you live near? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
good. Yeah, just wait. I just, I'm just gonna delete that.
I still could view the deleted message.
I know you can. If you're a moderator, you can.
Oh, you have to be a moderator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I just don't want to give out my location too much.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, make sure you do never give out locations.
You see, he knows where I live, but just be careful what you say, because sometimes there's weirdos out there.
Mm-hmm. So, Caleb, at what age are you planning?
It's Ucharch.
Ucharch. At what age are you planning on opening up this LFS, local fish store?
Probably when I'm 15 or 16.
15 or 16? Didn't they get a nice start?
This is still alive, man. I'm only 5G.
See, I kind of wish I lived away from all these fish stores, but I mean, it's good in a way and also bad. But
Yeah.
Animal Life 5G, yes, this is still live.
Mm-hmm.
When you click onto the stream and you press here on the thing, there's a red dot when you press here. I can't.
Thank you guys all. We have 28 likes, guys. Maybe get to 30 before we end this live stream, but I appreciate everyone.
Mm-hmm. We live in the Midwest. Okay.
Okay, freshwater versus saltwater. I want to get on this topic here.
Mm-hmm.
Freshwater versus saltwater. Freshwater is definitely easier. 100% easier.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Yeah, you could continue.
No matter what everyone says, freshwater is 100% easier.
Yep.
No matter if you have $1 million worth of saltwater equipment, freshwater is still easier. I think saltwater has fish unique that you couldn't see in freshwater, but you can get freshwater fish that are unique as well. Saltwater is very hard to take care of. I will tell you that. The algae grows like nothing. You have to have good filtration on your tank, and it's a lot of money for saltwater. I have $300 in saltwater live rock, and if it's down, $300 for rock in a tank.
I have a 13-gallon tank. I spent $110 on 3 rocks. 3 rocks. That's it. It's not even exaggeration. 3 rocks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I keep on seeing the number go up. Yeah, so Animal Life 5G said, wow, it's been going on for like 2 hours. Yeah. It's a lazy morning. I mean, I had nothing to do, so it was a perfect time. Well, I could get all my stuff done and do the live stream.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, like I was saying, oh, yeah, the only good thing. So, you said that saltwater is harder. I personally think that freshwater is easier, although saltwater isn't that far ahead of freshwater. So, the reason I'm saying that is saltwater, you could get protein skimmers. Of course, it's going to be more expensive, but I feel like
Okay, I'm gonna give him a break then. Let him reset his thing up. You see that, guys? That was pretty funny. It went boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna give him a second to reset. He's just sitting there laughing. Yeah, but that was kind of funny. Okay, that's right. Looks like he's almost done. I don't know what happened. Just went boom, 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 boom. Okay, we got you back now.
I just watched the replay.
Oh boy, it's went boom, boom, boom.
Rock while I'm talking, and it dropped.
Oh.
That wasn't that good. Anyway, we're all set back up. So I was talking about how you could get protein skimmers in salt water. And then I was also mentioning, where was I? Oh yeah, I feel like saltwater tanks are more, they can be more run by themselves. They're more self-sustained. So more like an ecosystem.
See, the ocean is self-sustained. A
What?
fish tank is not really self-sustained because the algae it kills you in algae. Freshwater fish are
Algae
a
isn't
lot
bad for
expensive.
the fish though.
I know, but it looks horrible. It makes your tank look
Oh
like
yeah, no, it looks, of
a piece
course.
of poop tank.
Yo, the Bren said I could spend $10 on 3 rocks for a freshwater fish. The Bren. Now you could get any rocks in saltwater too. The only thing is you want like the live rocks better for the saltwater. It's just like buying bacteria for freshwater. But live rocks, just better. But he said I could spend $10 on 3 rocks for freshwater. But me, I go to my local park. I checked the laws. It's actually legal to take rocks if you have a fishing license or something like that. I forgot. But anyway, I go to like my grandparents' house. They have a nice little property where I can take rocks from. And I just take it for free, boil them when I get home, and they go in my tank, so they always work. And I never have problems with them. I forgot what it is. Is it apple juice I pour in them? And if they sizzle, like the rocks aren't good, or if they sizzle, they're good. I wrote it all down of what I need to do in my testing. But yeah, live rock is expensive, but like I said, it's important.
Mm-hmm. With all the microorganisms, whatever organs. I'm just gonna.
All right.
Hopefully that did not sound rude. It probably did. Microorgans that live inside like worms and stuff. You can full screen. How about that?
The Bren said, I got most of my rocks from the woods behind my house. Just wash them off with hot water. The Bren, make sure you're boiling them. Just hot water doesn't always work, and you need to make sure you test them. Caleb's Aquatics, and I can see you still. Oh my god, I see you on this thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's funny. We got the stingray over here, if you guys can see. Oh, wrong way. We got 13 in the chat. You know what? I try not to laugh.
Okay, yes, microorganisms inside the rocks, like the worms and little crabs. Yeah. I'm muting his mic, he's laughing too much. But like all those different types of worms and stuff like that transfer. So if you have live rock and then you put dead rock inside, it will become live with all the organs coming over. Whatever the heck it is. All the little creatures.
Yeah, the little creatures come over.
The little creatures that come inside the rock.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some food for the arowana. Caleb, try to take it away without messing up this time.
Oh, you pain in the butt. Oh boy. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do. What the heck am I even talking about here? Let's be honest. But I'm gonna give you guys some more updates here. Oh, I can make that thing solo. Okay, cool. Never knew I could do that. Oh, I can do this too. Make me full screen and have a little fish on the side. Okay. But I need some help. I'm working on getting another wholesale order, and I don't know what kind of fish to get. What are some fish you want to see? I'm thinking about. Let me get this a little closer. I'm thinking about getting different types of rainbow fish, maybe. Get some angelfish, something kind of cool. Get some like marbles. I just sold my marbles, which kind of sucks, but kind of that. So it's kind of fun just to, do what. But okay, here, you guys want to? You guys want to see his face?
You can see. Okay, good, because it was too small. I couldn't see. All right, I'm gonna go get back.
But you can see the arowana is pretty cool. There we go. Show you the arowana there. But that's kind of what I'm working on and getting different types of fish, stuff like that. But I appreciate everyone for being in here. Let me double check. What are we looking at right now? Rainbows. Rainbows are super cool. I really like rainbows, but never had them before. So we have 28 likes, guys. If you have not hit the like button, appreciate everyone for doing that. Looks like you're getting the food out there.
Yeah, I'll show you what it is.
But yeah, so that's what I mean. We have thanks for everyone in the chat. I mean, we have the Bren, Derek Rao, Chevy Fish, Animal Life 5G, everyone Conversial. We have Sand Creek Aquatics, everyone William Jansen. I mean, there's tons of people. I appreciate just everyone for coming by. Fishy Fun 57, down the wormhole. Animal Life.
The Bren.
Yeah, everyone. Appreciate everyone. Yeah, the Bren, Larry, everyone. Just appreciate everyone. Big J Fish Keepers, appreciate just everyone for coming on here, hanging out. And we have another 15 minutes to go. We're going 2.5 hours. And then I got to go work on some of my stuff as well.
Yep. 15 minutes. Okay, so it's perfect timing. These are some individually frozen Lake Erie smelts. I got this bag for like $8. This is actual food. They're wild caught, and which is the only bad thing. Which you should be fine. I don't know what's leaking over here, but yeah. So this I got at I don't know, Caleb. You have ShopRites near you?
Shop what?
ShopRites.
ShopRites.
Yeah.
Is that a store?
Yeah, it's like a store.
No.
Okay, so
No.
they don't have. I don't know if you guys know what ShopRite is, but they're usually carrying these 90% of the time. They have some sort of frozen foods in there, but you can really get these at any local store. So I've seen a couple of these, but let's get started.
Here, take a bite of one. Bet you taste good.
They're disgusting. All right, so you just gotta warm them up real quick, and it's gone. Oh no, it's not.
What do you warm them up in? Just put them in the tank?
What?
Do you like defrost them or what?
Oh no. I'm feeding him smaller pieces. I had a couple that were defrosted, but they're not completely frozen. They're soft enough, and he's fine. I don't like that. No, he's gonna bite me. Hold on, let me get some bigger pieces. So I don't really think it. I don't care that they're not frozen. I don't think the Arowana really minds either.
Let me go full screen on this.
Did you just were we? That was a nice jump a little bit. How did you see that, Caleb?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me when I'm not on screen though, so I'm going to go full screen so you can see.
All right. Hold on. Let me just get another piece. It's very hard to. They're all frozen together, but yeah. So. That was almost my fingers. I try to. If he misses it, I just try to catch it because I don't want to. I can't overfeed him. But yeah, I'll feed him a couple more of these, and that'll be it. If you guys can hear that, he's a.
So, do you do any special noise, like, or like feeding noise, or do you have like a special color that you show them, like when it's feeding time?
Oh, when I feed, when I open up the lid, I always, every time, for all of my fish, it's just, well, depending on the fish, like on my, like the soft tops, it's just 2 taps, but on all my fish tanks, when they feed, it's 2 taps. And I'm pretty sure they recognize it, because a lot of them are, like my Oscars. The Oscars know me. Like if somebody walks by, they don't beg for food. But if I walk by and put my hand on the lid, they go crazy. But if anybody else puts a hand on the lid, they don't do anything. It's weird. Hold on. Yep. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. That was 2.5 worms. I don't want to worms. Whatever these are, smelts. I don't want to feed him to anymore. But yeah, usually he jumps a little bit higher. That was pretty sad feeding, but it was still pretty interesting. I'm just watching the replay. So yeah, I fed the stingray earlier. Now I'm gonna go feed. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll go feed the Jack Dempsey. So the Jack Dempsey is scared of the arowana whenever he's feeding. So I kind of just throw in pellets, and the arowana doesn't eat pellets, which is a good thing. Actually, it's more of a good thing just because now the pellets can get to the Jack Dempsey or any other fish that I have in here, while the other pellets go to the stinger. So they'll only eat their food, which is perfect. So I added a few pellets like that, not too many. These are little, so I can add them all in. But they'll make their way over to the Jack Dempsey, and give him a minute, and he'll be over here scuffling down some of those. So Caleb, I'm gonna go put the frozen food away before I forget, and get a towel and wipe off the floor. If you're gonna take over.
Okay. Well, we have 10 minutes to go, guys. Appreciate everyone for being on here. I don't know how many times I say this all the time. But if you want to go get yourself some Caleb's Aquatics merch, kind of funny story to tell you guys. Some Caleb's Aquatics merch like this. Or then on the back, this is all my autographed one. But people at my school now wear Caleb's Aquatics merch. When I walk down the hallways, I see people wear Caleb's Aquatics merch. Like, seriously. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's kind of crazy. But
Caleb,
people.
in your school, do you have high schoolers in there?
No, in middle school.
It's only in middle school?
What?
See, like, is your middle school?
What about
like, is it connected to a high school?
No, they're all separate.
Okay. No, because in our school we have high schoolers in there too.
Oh no, ours goes from kindergarten to 5th grade for elementary. 6th grade through 8th grade for middle school, and then for high school it's 9th through 12th.
Yeah, we have through kindergarten is 6, 7th and 8th, and high school all together. So it's interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, there's this person that has a YouTube channel, and I walk into school at a dress down day, like we have a uniform, but in there's everybody's wearing this kid's merch. It was so funny, and this people that didn't even know him were wearing his merch.
Did people at your school know about your YouTube channel?
Not really. Only like my friends.
Never, ever tell anyone, because once it spreads, it goes like nothing. Like the whole school knows now, and a pain in the butts. I'll tell you that. They always like to come on my stupid videos and do dumb stuff, and then I just ban them, and then they can't do anything.
Wait, Derek Rao said we have one building.
He lives in a smaller town. Smaller town. Yes, smaller towns have everything. All one school.
I didn't know that. You guys live in like farmland, right? Kind of.
Yeah, our South Dakota is a farming kind of state.
Oh. So Varashil MVH Pet said, "What steps can I take to make sure my tanks look good before I make a YouTube video?" If you guys see my pants, I know they're not matching, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had something comfy because I knew we were gonna be for a while. Hold on, I'm getting my favorite chemical. All right, guys. If you have cloudy water, Aquaclear. Aquaclear is the chemical that you need to use. Aquaclear is the best chemical to get rid of all that stuff, white cloud stuff. Gets rid of that. So if you were to do a thing, water change 2 days before, add in Prime, add in pH Razor, because Prime lowers your pH. So add in a tiny bit of pH 7 or a pH Razor, then add in your Aquaclear the day after, and a day and a half later, your tank will look crystal clear. So I'll go through the steps again. Clean the tank, scrub the algae. This is all one day. So day one, clean the tank, scrub the algae, add in Prime, add in a pH Razor since Prime lowers your pH a little bit. Then Then add. Then you're gonna wait till the morning or night or whatever, like a few hours. Add in aqua clear, and then you're going to wait another 2 days, and your tank will be crystal clean. But to be honest, I'm not trying to say this. Oh, I'm the best fish keeper. I'm not bragging. I use. I don't use this ever. I rarely use it. All my fish tanks are constantly kept pristine. Like I said, I'm not being a bragger or anything, but I'm pretty sure Caleb knows what I mean. Like him too, probably. All of our waters are kept pristine at all times. So it's just so much easier just to do the work on the weekends, like scrubbing the algae and everything, and clean the tanks on the weekends and do the work and the weekdays. It's just steady water changes and steady work is the way to go. You'll be perfectly fine. Now, Caleb, you in here still? Can you talk?
Yeah, so the Brent says he uses fluval quick clear, but I don't know how often I use because of live plants to keep my tank clear. But the school he's talking about, 300 people go to a school and 1,500 people live in the town.
Wow, that's why. Wait, 300 people go to a school?
Yeah.
You have how many people in your classes?
My school, like my grade has 109 people. And like we usually have about 25-ish people in our class.
We have like 15,000 people in our town. We have a fairly big town.
Well, our town is about 35,000, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. No, actually, it's 135,000.
In your town?
Yeah, around 30-ish. But we have 2 middle schools though. See, we have like 6 elementary schools. These are talking about public schools.
Mm-hmm.
6 public elementaries, 2 public middle schools, and 1 public high school.
I just realized we're on a fish YouTube stream talking about the schools. It's interesting though. I don't know. I started it.
Yeah, it's all his fault, man. I'm telling you.
So Caleb, what if you had one fish you could keep? I asked you this before, but if you had one fish you could keep, any size tank you want, what would that fish be?
Oh boy, I'm hiding. Kids, I don't know. Honestly, probably it's kind of hard to pick one fish. I don't want a great white shark. No, I'm just kidding. I would probably.
Well, it has been kept before. Okay, not.
I want a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Dolphin. Just get like massive fish tank. Like give me like 100,000-gallon fish tank and just go swimming with my dolphin.
The Brent said silver arowana. If you're gonna get an arowana,
You need like a 300.
just save the money up a little bit more. 300,000 for a dolphin, or 300 for arowana.
300 for arowana.
Yeah. So you're gonna need
like the tank size.
Yeah. Just spend a little extra money. And I just recommend getting the better quality arowana because this is so much cooler than a regular silver. The silver arowanas are more prone to diseases too. They also get dropside a lot more than these Giardini arowanas. I don't know if you guys know what dropside is, but there's a fat buildup behind their eyes. If you guys can see, and the eyes start looking down. A lot of people say it's because they look down a lot. I don't think that's it. I think it's because there is a problem with them. Caleb, what do you think? Do you think, this is actually a topic where people don't know. People say put a ball up on the top of your tank, like a ping pong ball, so the arowana is always looking up. Now, I have 2 reasons with that, problems with that. Number one, my stingray, my arowana would ruin the ball in seconds. 2, there's lettering on there that could leak into the fish tank. Just don't add a ping pong ball in there. But that's a new kind of debate whether drop size caused by looking down constantly at other fish, or is it just a problem? I personally think it's a problem because arowanas never look down that much. Like I watch my arowana and he's looking up all the time. and he's looking normal. So Caleb, what do you think? Do you think, what I think there's plenty of other smaller fish I could get drop side too. Like, what do you think would cause that the most? Like looking down or just a problem?
I think the arowana. I think he ate a big, fat, juicy food, and I think he just like ate too much. There was too much fat in the food, so the fat just went to his eyes. No, I'm just kidding. There probably is some truth of looking down. There probably is something about that where they look down, but I wouldn't even know. But it probably is just a natural problem. Probably just is a natural problem of dropsy. And then there's probably a little bit of both. Looking down a couple times or something about food, maybe.
Maybe when they look down, the fat builds up when they're looking down. And every time they look down, more fat builds up. Like, I can't explain it. I was talking to actually like this really smart fish marine biologist talking about it, and he said that it was more of like that thing is caused more by like the arowanas like having food, like there's certain types of food like fattening foods where the fat would build up and had no more room to build up since the scales wouldn't allow it, and it would get like just pushed behind the eye. And that was a very interesting theory, and I thought about that for a little bit. And I don't know if it's true, but it sounds reasonable. But yeah, just make sure you guys are feeding yourself a variety of food. And that's actually one of my questions. I'm erasing it right now. Caleb, it's important to feed food. Tell us what you feed your angelfish. Like, what's your favorite foods for angelfish?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I feed bloodworms.
Bloodworms.
I have a whole bunch of frozen food upstairs that I can't remember the name. Like, it's like bloodworms, but not bloodworms. Like,
oh, the fake pellets?
No, they're like frozen. They're like protein. They're like bloodworms, but I can't remember the name. They're like I feed brine shrimp, bloodworms, and like mycelius or something like that.
Yeah, mycelius shrimp. That's saltwater. So I feed that.
Yeah, I have that to myself. But so what I do is I have this old food container. This is not what I feed. This is like the Walmart brand stuff. This is like old food container. So what I have inside is this is not the food that it comes like. I have a whole bunch of different
flakes.
I have a whole bunch of different types of flakes, like a variety. I switch all my variety up. Like I have goldfish food flakes in here. I have every kind of flake in here that I feed to all different types. I feed these to my guppies and it just gets a lot of different types of proteins. Like I feed a lot of Hikari. This is what I usually feed to my cichlids. The staple, cichlid staple Hikari.
Yeah,
I feed cobalt. Cobalt's another good one. I feed tropical crisps. I feed all different types of shrimp. I feed what is this called? Hikari brine shrimp. Not like frozen kind, but like that. I feed a lot of extreme. I have a lot of that. I have more bloodworms here. This is from Omega 1. Oh, jeez. This is from Omega 1. I have some of this stuff here.
Yeah, I have that too.
I have a lot of different types of goldfish. I have a lot of cobalt. This is my cobalt cichlid flake. And I just kind of intermix everything. And then this is my big goldfish food here. I don't know why this is here because I don't have any goldfish in here to feed that big a pellet. But that's usually what I feed. And then I have a lot of other food upstairs that I mix all around. Oh, geez, don't die. Okay, I'm gonna give him a second there. Well, but I feed a lot of like different types of food that I have. This is optical flakes. New Life Spectrum. Oh, let me get this.
Yeah, I feed a lot of Spectrum too. Spectrum, Cobalt, and Hikari. Cichlid Gold I feed. There's this other. Oh, I feed this to my stingray sometimes. This is the dirtiest food. If you guys have stingrays or bottom dwellers, I hate to admit it. I mean, and I don't like not blasting, but this is very nutritional for your fish. But if there's other options, Massivore Delight just has too many It like if you drop it in water, I'll show you a video of a time lapse of this food I should do. You can see it smells so bad, and you can see well, it smells good for the fish, like that'll attract them to it. But you could just see the pellet dissolving and spreading into the water, which is just straight up ammonia, especially if it gets caught under something. Yeah, so that's why I don't like feeding them that. But
Look, give me 1 second. I gotta go run upstairs and get that stuff that I feed.
all right. So I just want to see what's y'all's favorite fish? It's great to hear about the hobby from people your age and get their perspective. Chevy Fish, thank you. BRB, be right back. My pea pepper wants food. Okay, LeBron. As long as you're doing fish stuff, it's a great excuse, right? So I want to thank you all again for 802 subscribers. It really means a lot, guys. Especially to Caleb's Aquatics. How many does he have now? 736. I want to thank you guys for being for me. And did that. I don't know if Caleb can hear us right now, but there's 5 thumbs down on this. I'm pretty sure that was all the people from the school, but we'll see. That's funny. But yeah, so Caleb has a lot of things, guys. If you're not subscribed to him, Caleb has a lot of awesome fish. A lot of awesome, like he's doing plants now. I'm into plants. I'm addicted to plants now. It's something I really want to do. Even if it's external plants, like not even in a fish tank. Okay, I'm back to Brent said. My pea pepper just crushed a snail. Can't wait until my channel blows up. Should be fun. The Brent, I mean, just keep on posting, and it will. Even Caleb's Aquatics could say it. I know we only have 800 subscribers, but I can guarantee all of us, we are the next generations, and we'll have a lot of subscribers. If you guys
This is the brine shrimp.
I didn't see it. Oh yeah, that's the brine. Is that frozen? That's frozen. Yeah.
Yep. And then that's my bloodworms that I have.
Mhm.
And I can't find mine. Whatever. Remember my saltwater fish.
Mhm. Yeah, I feed brine. I have a whole section in my freezer because there's a freezer and refrigerator in my basement, and I have a lot of krill, freeze-dried krill, and a bunch of frozen foods. Beef heart. I feed to my angelfish, bloodworms. Like you just fed the mysis. I forgot how it's mysis shrimp or whatever it's called. We just talked about before. Brine shrimp I get. Yeah, that's the same brine shrimp I get. That brand, yeah. I think they're the cheapest too. I believe, right? The brand you had, cheap brine shrimp.
That's the only when we went up to Petco in Minnesota. Went on to my cousin's birthday party, and I'm like, man, I need some brine shrimp. Only brine shrimp that they had. So that's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the cheap kind. I don't know. Maybe that's the expensive kind. I don't know. That was the only stuff that they had. So that's the stuff I grabbed. Usually, whenever I can order them with my wholesale site.
Yeah.
I had to order, but if I order a whole bunch, I gotta have all that freezer room. We have like a 6-foot freezer, and like we have like a lot of like deer meat and all that kind of stuff.
It's cool. The brand said my puffer slurps yo blackbirds. Yo. Caleb's Aquatics. Are you reading the brand? He said up. So my puffer slurps up bloodworms like noodles. This stream is very interesting.
No kidding.
That's what I have to say. You know what I mean, Caleb?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, guys. What time is it now, Caleb? We've been up for 2 hours and 38 minutes.
And 30 seconds.
And 32 and 33 and 34. Yeah, and we got 10 people in here. I'm really mad that there's other people's lives.
Well, there's a lot larger of a channel. He's like 25K. That's why. Yeah. That's what happens when you have a big channel that streams over you.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It's fun when we had.
Yeah. I enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun. A lot of good talks. A lot of good questions.
Yeah, let me know when you want me to come on over on your stream then.
Yeah. So I literally, Caleb, we went through. I'll read the questions. We went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 questions, and I have a couple more. You got a couple minutes to ask, do a couple more? You want to do 2 minutes and 45? 2 hours and 45?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that real quick. I wanted to ask take baits for betas. What would you do for betas? As you know, I got my like 5-gallon beta tank. All I have in there is a beta, and I gotta get a sponge.
What kind? Male or female?
Male.
Male guppies. I mean, male betas, snails,
Mhm.
guppies.
Mhm.
Probably that would what I would.
Corridoras, cats.
Yeah, small bottom. Yeah, Corys are probably good too. Corys, maybe some mollies, but they're getting kind of big though.
Yeah, I feel for a 5-gallon too.
Yeah, but probably guppies, corridoras, maybe like some albinos, some peppered, kind of like that would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably what I got for that. For beta, unless you're females like a sorority.
Mhm. I had one more question, I think, or two more. Oh yeah, YouTube channel growth. What do you think the best way to grow your YouTube channel as a kid would be? As a kid.
100% clickbait. No, I'm just kidding. Do stuff you don't see. Do stuff which be original. Think of what works and recreate it into fish. You see a 48-hour challenge doing jumping jacks, then do a 48-hour challenge cleaning fish tanks or whatever works. Recreate what works for other channels in fish keeping.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I gotta say for that.
So I just saw that Worldwide Tropicals just came in. How you doing, buddy? We also had Big J's Fish Keeper stop back in. He said still going with thumbs up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Caleb, I wanted to ask you, who was it that went live for 24 hours? I forgot.
Aquamate.
Aquamate, that's right. I thought it was. He did 24 hours, right? We should do a 24 hours and 1 minute live stream when we hit 1,000.
I wonder if that works for him. I want to see how he did on that.
He definitely did it, because he had a bunch of people with him. Blackie, DR Blackie 66 or whatever. He definitely took a lot of the stream actually.
Yeah, awesome. While he slept. He has 1,000 views on his part 2, and the first one he has 846.
Part 2 of what?
He had to do 2 parts because you can only stream for 12 hours.
Oh really?
It has 130 likes, 3 dislikes on his part 2. On the first part of it, 113 and 2 dislikes.
And how many people do you think he had there?
Probably a solid 35, 40 the whole way.
Wow. He probably got his watch time there.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's monetized yet because when I click like a video from him, it doesn't show up an ad. No ads come up yet.
Yeah, but he might have not just put a. Yeah.
Let me go to his newest video.
Wait, Caleb, you have an extra phone, right? I don't have. I'm using all my technology.
Yeah.
I wonder what the average view duration is. What would you say? He probably got 36 hours. No, he got more than that. What, you said he had a solid 30 people on there? Do 30 times 24. What's that? I'll do that.
That's hard to ask me a question. Like, you know how many devices I have to search this? I have my second monitors. I have my tablet, my iPad's upstairs. But I have my tablet running the stream right here. I have my computer. I have my phone. And I have my second phone on my second camera. But 20 times 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
30 times 24.
1 million. I'm kidding. 750.
No way. I actually got that right.
Big brain.
So that's 750 watch hours, depending on how many people he had and what's the average view duration.
It's probably 30. Solid.
Yeah, but plus you also have to take in the fact that after the stream's over, he had the 2 parts that people were watching, so that he
Yeah.
probably also gained a lot there.
I don't know if someone will watch a 24-hour video.
No. But even just people stopping by to see if he did it, that's like that could be
Yeah.
5 minutes.
If you watch for like a couple of minutes, then it's the concept of view, I think.
Yeah. No, a view is anything because if your average view duration is 2 seconds, of course they had to consider the thing. Oh, HG. Someone, hold on. Hold on. Sadly, my discus got a hole in the head. Worldwide tropical. Do you? I'll show you what I use. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. So it looks
Right
like
here. Metroplex. Right here. So
Oh.
what I do is.
we have another live stream going started now.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Steven Conrax.
Oh. Well, let me just log. We're probably gonna lose a few, but that's it. Like we're almost done anyway.
Mhm.
We hit 2:45. So basically, what I do is I take this food. So you put it on bloodworms or something. So this is actually meant to go in the water, but it's just a powder that I could shove into food, and I take this, put it. My Oscars had a hole in the head. They had a hole in the head when I got them, and I realized that when I picked them up, it kept on growing. So as you know, hole in the head never heal. Like the hole never heals. Since it's actually in their like skull and stuff. So when you have hole in the head, it's very hard to see if it's growing back. So monthly, I treat them with this just to make sure everything's fine. But usually they never actually have hole in the head. I just treat them to make sure. But I take this, I put a scoop in the food, 3 days. No, I think I do 5 days straight of this. You would save your money since you're directly feeding the ones with hole in the head and directly feeding it to the fish, rather than putting it in a tank. Like I have a 125-gallon fish tank. I would need like 3 of these for 3 days or something, and that's $50. No, these are $10. And you treated, and I still have half. This is half full. So definitely do this and directly feed it to your fish. So, yeah, really good trick on getting hole in the head away. Feeding it for it. I recommend frozen foods. Boil the frozen food. Those Melifax work. Melifax. Melifax does work, right? Caleb, have you ever used that?
Yep.
That was one of the most popular one. But I'm just trying to do that. I'm just telling you like that you could save money doing this. You'd also
What I use for like sick or quarantine, like main things I use is Aquarium salt. I have a huge thing full of that. Aquarium salt from API. ICX. Oh jeez. ICX, and then methane blue.
Yep.
Methane blue. And then this is my prime and other junk. But where is my Melifax? I have like all my pH ups, downs, ammonia remover. Oh, there's Melifax right there. And then I use whatever this is. Oh jeez. That got rid of my ick like nothing. Then I have like ick clear and algae junk that I just never used. And then I have a huge bottle full of Pimefax. Benefits a safe and natural way to treat fungus fish, including fungus or cottonee mouth and body fungus. So it's pretty simple. You just a whole thing of that. And then I just have my pH junk. I need to go through all my junk. That's what I want to do today.
What are you gonna do? You said.
Today I want to like touch up the fish room. I want to clean up.
I'm doing that today too.
Clean the glasses. Add some water to do a couple water changes. I have a couple tanks I need to do. But that's what I kind of want to do.
So Worldwide Tropical said you guys are the best. Caleb, when I get new fish, so this is cupramine or something. So what it does is it effective against odonym capri, I can't say it, and other external parasites. So it takes care of parasites, and I use this all the time when I get quarantines, new fish, add it into the fish tank. Very cheap and works all the time. Now, Caleb, hold on. Okay, you can talk for a second. I want to see if I.
Okay, so I'm gonna let him go. But that's what I want to do today. Today I'm gonna run you guys through what I want to do today. I want to work on my stuff, clean up some of my junk here. Kind of just clean up my glass and stuff like that. Just clean up the top of the tanks, feed. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to do. I want to just kind of work on all my planted stuff. But he looks like he's back here. Okay. Oh, he just went black screen. Okay, there he is. What did you got to say?
No, I don't know.
Sorry, you're on screen here.
Hey, Caleb, I don't know if I'm muted.
You're not muted. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I just got a phone call if you guys can hear me. Hold on, let me check if you guys can hear me.
I'm gonna give him. We can hear him. He's probably gonna text me or something. Now my dogs are barking. Isn't that just lovely? But my goldfish are still going. My goldfish. You can see the white ones, like the white on the very bottom left-hand corner. They'll. Let me. How do I do this? Dang it. I'm gonna see if he comes back here. But you can see I have a lot of koi in there and a lot of those white. The whites. You can see I have one orange kind of koi, but all the other orange ones are mostly goldfish. The long-bodied ones are the koi. Okay.
Sorry, I just somebody called me. I hate this. Anytime I do a live stream, I get a phone call. It's always a potential spam call. So I also do this. This is very important. So I add stability into my tanks. Now, I don't know if you do this, but when you're getting a lot of fish, you're getting moving fish or stuff, I always add a little tiny bit of stability. I don't even add the dose. And the reason for that is, I'll tell you, well, it rapidly and safely establishes a biofilter. So if I'm ever cleaning, whenever I change the filter pads, I add this immediately. Get on the filter pads. It just gets them running quicker. And it prevents new tank seizure, which is obviously when you start up a tank. So yeah, that's that. So here's my, like, if you had 3 chemicals you had to get, a bit 4 chemicals that you had to get, other than obviously water conditioner and prime. I would do aqua clear for cleaning the water. This for new fish. This because this treats a lot of diseases, especially hole in the head, and stability when you're setting up a tank or changing the filter pads to help establish the filter pads quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might as well go 8 more minutes, right?
Sorry, what? Yeah. You say go? Yeah. And that 3-hour mark, I definitely got to start working on some more junk here.
Hold on. Your audio's a little weird.
What about? Is it okay now? Oh, gee. Okay, I think that was coming from him. I'm gonna give him a second here. But let's see if he feels it good now. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, if my audio's bad, let me know in the chat here. If anyone in the chat, guys, let me know. Is my audio weird, or is it just like coming weird out of his tablet or something? I don't know. I'm just going crazy or what? But let me know in the chat. I see everyone in the chat here, so let me know. But yeah, it's super cool. Thank you guys just for all coming and hanging out. It was super cool to interview another young fish keeper. But I'm gonna see if he's back here. Yeah, it's still doing that. Is that me? Is that me? Okay, I'm not sure. But I don't know if that's just me or if it's, I don't know. Let me see. There we go. I replugged my mic in. Maybe that did it. Still like that, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It's just coming from him. It seemed fine. Okay. Well, I just appreciate everyone for coming by. I don't know if what's happening with his audio or not. But we have about another 5 minutes to go, and we're gonna go for 3. We went for 3 hours. It went super fast. Thanks for everyone for just being on here, supporting, checking out Everything Fish, guys. In the description, the audio is good. Yeah, I don't know if it just what's going on here, but it's super cool just to hang out with some people, do some cool things. But I want to see if he's back yet. Yeah, I think that might be on your part. I don't know. Derek Rell, I'm in town. Sweet, Derek. That's kind of what I got for you guys. I don't know if we're gonna do a proper outro because I don't know if he's gonna be able to do one. But you guys can see this is my old 20-gallon tank that I just got to move out here, and that's where that old 55 was. Now all I have on that old like the stand is I just have a 20-gallon and light and stuff. But he left the thing, so I don't know if he's gonna rejoin quick or what's happening there. But I want to try this. Oh jeez. I'm going to show you guys this. I thought it was super fun. Yesterday we played around with this. It was kind of funny. This one or this one? Let's do this one. Okay, this way. I'm not sponsored. Right here. This is my house. This is what my house looks like. See this? This is pretty cool, guys. I'm telling you. This is my house right here. See that? That's my house, guys. I know you guys are so crazy. This is my house right here. See this? That's my chimney. Oh, gee, wrong way. This is my chimney. Oh, wrong way. Right here, that's my chimney. Look at that, guys. That is pretty dang cool if you ask me. I'm just kidding. That's a green screen. My face is like, why was my face thing as a green? That is kind of weird, but it's super cool. It's kind of fun, man. Mess around with this. You can do like a brick. See, look, this is my brick cup right here. Not sponsored. I'm just kidding. But I thought it was kind of fun to do. But I'll be here for the outro. Okay. He says his camera died, so that sucks. Man. But I'm going to head out here, guys. I appreciate everyone for liking, subscribing, checking out everything in the description. My merch, my Facebook, my Instagram, my everything. All the link in the description, my PayPal, all that. LOL, you liar. What am I lying about? I don't know what happened there. You liar. Whatever. But I appreciate just everyone for coming by and go check out Everything Fish in the description below. But I appreciate everyone. I'm gonna continue working on this. You'll be seeing another kind of my tanks. I filmed everything. So appreciate just everyone for stopping by, showing support. But appreciate everyone. Appreciate. I say that too many times. But I'll see you guys in the next video and maybe a 2-minute Tuesday coming out. Well,